There he is. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
What's going on, bro? Let's fucking do this. Hell, bro. What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude?
What's going on, bro? Let's fucking do this. Hell, bro.
Am I hearing myself?
What's up, buddy?
What's up, dude? All right, talk again.
All right, we're all good now. I got out of your fucking kadoosh. No more echoes. Hell, brother.
Hell, brother.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I hopped in here. I swear I heard a splish splash. You were taking a bath, and then I heard your wife talking. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, I don't need to be in here. I don't need."
I didn't realize. Yeah, I mean, I didn't realize my mic and everything was like live. You know, I like put the link.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard everything. I gotta say, I'm impressed. You cleaned down under really well. I'm glad you do that. Hell, brother. But I don't need to know about it.
I don't remember what I was talking about. Good thing. You were like, yeah, we'll have to talk about it offline.
You're scrubbing them barnacles, hell, brother. Yep.
Is that what I was doing?
I don't know, man.
Dude,
you got kids. I don't know. You got fucking Legos and crayons in between your toes. You know, shit happens, dude.
It's the reality. It's the reality of adulthood. Say hello to the chat real quick.
What up, chat? What's up? Let's take a look here at the chat.
Overall mission. The overall mission, CG. Ethan's got a 6-year late book. This is true. Like and share. I'd like to have somebody come on who can draw, and then we could draw together. Even if they don't like me, that would be funny for somebody to come on and be like, yeah, I fucking hate you. And I could draw better than you. So hit the link.
Dude, I hate to fucking say this, but I can draw better than you, and I won't do it. I don't want to do it. I love the way you draw, man. I don't want to compete with you, man.
Oh, fuck. You probably draw like really good like sneakers. I imagine you drawing like airbrushed colored pencil sneakers for like the sneaker industry, you know?
No, I used to no, I can draw like realistic, like really good realistic lighting and shit, like really well. But you get character really well, man, and I'm envious of that. Like you do character so well. I just saw the picture you put out of like Wolverine and Beast and all that. Oh man, like I'm super jealous of that. Like I love the way you can characterize people like that. I can't do that, man. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, some people hate it, dude. Some people say it's like some kind of bullshit Mad Magazine style. I'm like, what are you talking about? I love my style. I mean, I could sit there and like be like, okay, let me draw it like, you know, like how it's supposed to look, but I prefer it to have like a little boing to it. You know what I mean? A little animation to it.
Dude, don't listen to anybody. Definitely follow that. Keep going, go as far as you can with that style. Like in the extremities and in action and motion and all that. Like keep going, man, cuz guys like me, like I'm a I don't really want to call it. I'm like a spurg, you know what I mean? When it comes to art, like I only made art because I was angry at my father and I wanted to be a good artist. So I like made things realistic. And I don't know how to do things like in style or character. You can do that, man. Follow that as far as you can, bro.
Yeah, dude. Well, I'm not tooting horns, but dude, after like over 20 years of like working in the art industry as a commercial artist and like just people like telling you to draw in different styles, you know, so when I'm finally just like, yo, I'm just drawing comic books exactly how I want to draw them. It's dope, dude. It's a dope feeling.
Look at Frank Miller, dude. Obviously, like the way he draws, he found the easiest way, like the least amount of pencil points possible to create the motion and idea that he wanted. I envy that, dude. Yeah, I like that.
I enjoyed 300. Some of 300 I enjoyed. Like I think the first Sin City. I enjoyed his Wolverine stuff too. I don't know. I like when he's a writer. You know, some of that Reborn shit is, or you know, I don't know if you read
Yeah,
Daredevil, Born Again.
yeah.
That shit is dope as fuck. But
Is quintessential, and some of his stuff is amazing, but like some of it's terrible. But all of it is definitely following the rule of like I'm gonna make art that just follows like the art is
he's turned
follow.
into like Picasso of fucking comic book art, dude. You,
Yes.
where it's like, okay, yeah, Picasso's early works, like, yeah, that's clearly a woman. That's a buffalo. That's, and then it just got like impressionist to where it's like Picasso's like ox is like one long line. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't even lift the
Yeah.
brush. He just like up one leg, here's the horns, across the back, here's the back legs, and bop, there it is. It's almost
Dude,
cave drawings. You know what I mean? It was like the older he got, he was like, here you go. Looks like a fucking cave drawing. There you go, Picasso.
I
It's
never even thought about that, but yeah, like he is like Les Demoiselles de Avignon. Like he fucking makes artwork that is like creating the form and then creating like yeah. I get it.
yeah. It's all,
Interesting.
I mean, it's definitely like comic books are impressionist. It's not just illustration. It's like how far do you take an item, into the abstract before you like don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like some people will just draw the fuck out of some trees, and then other people just draw triangles with a stick going through it, and you like totally get what they're doing as long as it
Yeah.
fits.
But what's important is what's important. Like as long as what you draw is what you render is the most important thing first. Like top down, like that's all that matters, regardless of style, regardless of influence. Yeah.
We're getting nerdy in here.
Hell yeah, we are. This is super nerdy. Yeah, we are two fucking art nerds, man. Art school fucking nerds. Hell, brother.
Oh, dude, I could reach out and touch my art history books. I love like art, like just art in general, like the
Yeah,
history of graphic design, history of comic books, not just comic books, but like history of like illustration in general. I'm a big fan. Mid-century,
dude.
dude. I fucking love mid-century shit, dude. Oh, that's my jam right there.
Dude, I'm like super like interconnected with like my state and my county's fucking art program. And there's a particular person who is a prominent, let's say, a live model. You know, you know what a live
Uh-huh.
model is,
Yeah.
right? A nude model, like a person that you draw and sculpt. You know what I mean? Looking at them, and this person's body is so irregular that I'm like,
What?
this guy is messing people up. Like he's literally like messing people's style up. Like his body's so crazy that it's not helping anybody in here at all.
Angela, what do you mean? He's like you're just like, yo, man, like why are you walking in here with this big giant fucking dick? Or is he like a dwarf?
It's like yeah, it's like a crackhead with a super dark skin that doesn't make sense. And he always had like a 2 liter Coke bottle. He always
What
had
the
that right
fuck?
there. And he had like irregular, like rectilinear fucking shoulders and everything. He did not look like a regular fucking person. It did not help. Yeah.
Dude, you should just be like, okay, today in live drawing in Men in Black, we're gonna be drawing fucking an alien from Neptune. Bring in the alien.
Today we have a live model, or we're gonna ignore him and do it. We're gonna work on color theory. Actually,
Yeah.
never mind.
We're gonna instead of drawing this guy, we're gonna bring in a mannequin that was melted during a fucking house fire. We're gonna be dude.
Dude,
Oh my god, live drawing, dude. I remember I've been doing live drawing.
yo,
It's been a couple of years since I've sat down and like sat down in a studio to do any live drawing. But when I was a kid and a teenager, dude, it was top priority to get into a studio and to do that.
dude, some people are such a fucking random like live model candle wick. Like they're literally like that. They're
Dude, I like was going to New York City, right? staying in Manhattan with my uncle, and he was paying for my art, my membership to the Art Student League. And that's like in Manhattan, there's like a whole bunch of like programs and stuff around it. The Art Student League of New York, Manhattan. It was fun. And like so I got signed up for some life drawing, and I went in there, and like I was like setting up my paper. Everybody's like, setting up their paper around that little stage and whatever. And this lady came in, and I thought it was like the teacher, and then this other lady came in, and then the first lady started getting undressed and shit, and I was just like, whoa. I think I was like 14. I was like, and like the whole rest of the class was like adults, you know what I mean? And so I was like, holy shit. But even at that point, I was like, I was pretty good. You know what I mean? I was like good, and so I like kind of held my own, but it was like, oh, okay. And then I like saw the other adults, how they were drawing, and was like, oh, fuck. So like an early age, I was like comparing my shit to like adults. And then I was also seeing boobies.
Yeah, no, I get that, man. I had a opposite problem. I was somebody who was already like I was always into like drawing real life stuff, and then as an adult, I started working for a porno company. I
Oh
just
shit.
handled the fucking returns. You know what I mean? Like I had nothing to do with art whatsoever. But I came
Yeah.
from porno. I came from porno, and then went to fucking art school, and so like I had a new high regard for like a girl being naked to be her live model and all that. Like I
Yeah.
appreciated that in a different in an innocent tense rather than like a negative tense that I understood it as a guy working in the fucking porno world. Um and yeah,
Yeah,
I
not
don't
Joe. Are you still working in the porno industry?
no, I don't like that, dude. I don't like that at all,
That's
man.
good.
Like, yeah, no, not
That
at
shit's
all.
brain rot. That shit is
Yeah,
brain rot, bro.
what was it? The guy that was like the butt annihilator. He went to my high school. All that.
Jesus.
I don't like that shit, dude. Was it Jules Jordan? Jules Jordan. Yeah, he went to my high school. I don't want to be connected to any of that, man. Like, I want to be a fine artist. You know what I mean? I want to be a good painter. You know what I
Yeah, the
mean?
closest I came to that, like I went to New York to go to school, and then one vacation, when you go home, I went down to Virginia and went to a go-go bar. It wasn't really like a strip club per se. There was like chicks dancing, and they weren't nude, but it was shady. I think it was called like JJ's or JR's or something like that. It was near Fort Eustis in Newport News, and I went in there, and I like saw a girl that I knew, and it was just like, oh, that's fucked up. It was like
Yeah.
really depressing to like see her up there like dancing and shit, because I was like, oh man, I thought she was like gonna go to college or something. She's up there fucking swinging. Anyways, it's bad news. Piss pornography is definitely bad.
Yeah, you create a hierarchy in your brain, and then you fucking meet the porn world, and it demolishes everything. Yeah, you're like, oh my god. Okay. How do I fix this? How do I fucking correct this? How do I adjust for this? In my worldview.
Yeah, dude, like your worldview, it's like the beginning of fucking Tales from the Dark Side. There's like,
Yeah.
there's a darker world. There's a world of light, and then there's a world of shadows. And you're like, "Ugh, gross." You just want to walk around with fucking that alcohol hand lotion shit.
Yeah. I'll tell you, man, it's a life-changing event when you're in the room with a girl who wants to put her own fist up her own butt. You're like, okay, um, I never thought I'd be here for this. I never wanted to be here for this. I've always wanted to look up to girls and paint them in a glorious fucking Athena. Like I want to think of girls as Athena. You know,
I
the
mean, to a
warrior.
certain point, you know what I mean? But it's just like when they do that shit, it's like, I mean, I don't want to like I put my wife on a pedestal. I simp for my wife, but like before that, like I didn't put didn't put that shit on a pedestal, but
Dude, that's who holds it down. Like people like your wife. Like the fact that you can say that you have a wife, like a woman who's like willing to, be it like a family fucking, like I'm responsible for a family. I'm here to like not for like fame, but for to raise somebody and be a part of something important and to be
building something, dude.
yeah,
Building.
man. I don't know how to fucking put it. Damn it, man.
Yeah.
But that's the important shit. That is what's important, man. Your wife means 1,000 times more than like the what's the fucking Sophie Rain and all these fucking bitches, man. Fuck that shit, dude.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is. That's I don't even know who that is. I like met my wife like 15 years ago, and like I was flabbergasted, stunned, and that was it. You know what I mean? Like that's all. That's it. I'm good to go. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, dude.
Just building shit and building shit and building shit. So yeah, that part's fucking dope. Um, what else?
Well, that's what I always thought was so funny about your feud with fucking EVS was that like you got it made. Like you're already good, bro. Like Matt Barr's got a wife, you got kids, you got a home, you got a good situation. Like
That's
the
why
drama,
it seemed
all
like
all
like
the
yo, I
drama.
was like contributing shit. You know what I mean? It was like yeah, I don't understand, dude. I don't understand why he was like, I think I'm just gonna hedge my bets with the fucking piss porn and the tracers. But that's he hedged his bets.
Look, dude, I don't care how mad you got about EVS and all that shit. You already won. You already fucking won, bro. You got a home with kids and your wife and you're happy. That's fucking, you know what I mean? Like you're miles ahead, dude. You're good, bro.
I appreciate that, dude. I feel like that. I feel like that. Yeah, I'm totally cool with that part. That part's all super stable. The only shit that felt unstable was like this like the Twitter shit or like the Comicsgate shit. That's the only shit that's like just doesn't make sense. It's not fucking logical.
Dude, we all fight our own insecurities, bro. Like you probably like had insecurities about your artwork and you didn't need to fucking have that at all. But you thought you had to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, I wanted to which is funny because we're bringing up this, we're kind of slowly easing into fucking this shit that Clippa fucking said. Like Dark Gift said some bullshit about Frog Tony not being Comicsgate, and Ethan making a statement that Frog Tony was always fake Comicsgate,
Mm.
and that he was here for like the Eric July grift, but beyond that, he wasn't really Comicsgate. So Ethan's like, saying that shit, and then Dark Gift was like retweeting it or something, which I didn't see. What I saw was this right here was like the Clippa verse young Riley of all people is like there were casualties on both sides, but no one needed Matt or Frog Tony to be Comicsgate. They wanted Ethan's attention and what they wanted and got what they wanted, but these guys watered down the overall mission! Exclamation point. They are both Comicsgate, all caps, detractors, and it is time to lock back in on art, all caps.
Right.
What?
I mean, like, so what? You want a rainbow dildo from fucking EVS? Like, is that what you're talking about? It sounds like what we're talking about. You want the fuck,
I mean, it's like, I am. I'm at the same level as Frog Tony, dude. Really?
No.
That's first where I'm just like, what? The insanity of Frog Tony, like the whole like sweeping for Katie and then not sweeping for Katie, and then this whole thing with him, his like DMs with some fucking weird chick. He's like sending like dick pics
Oh my god, dude.
to like some fucking OnlyFans girl, and like that's all cracking open like a rotten egg. Everybody's like just talking about these DMs. Even Liam is like in there defending Frog Tony's big ding dong and shit, dude.
Hey, I got some fucking shit eggs. You want to smell my shit eggs? Hell, brother. Yeah, I got some
I
fucking.
was like, it's like, whoa, what the fuck? Right? None of that has anything to do with me. I haven't been on fucking Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. I haven't been on fucking X. No desire to return to fucking X. Um, yeah, I'm just doing different shit, dude. I'm just like I'm building up on some shit. But they can't stop thinking about me.
Dude,
So
keep doing those fucking character drawings, man. I love those fucking character drawings you've been doing. Like the Wolverine and the Beast things I saw, man.
we'll have to think about. I'm gonna we start thinking about what I'm gonna draw tonight. After we finish this, there'll be like some shit talking, and then there'll be some drawing. I want to shit talk while I don't want to. I don't want to do both at the moment.
I want you to make drawings based on the story, and then you just make the drawing of the characters based on the action that they got to do. You know what I mean? Like I would love to see that, man. Oh man,
What the characters like moving around and shit?
where what you actually put pencil on paper is just the motion. You know what I mean? The motion of the fur of the muscles. You know what I mean?
I think
Yeah.
so. I'm sorry, we're getting dead air, and I think so. I'm putting motion in the characters. I try to. I don't want them to look stiff. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
I like old. I've been looking. I guess my kids been. I've been watching like old Disney stuff, like Sword in the Stone and Aristocats and
Ooh.
101
Yeah.
Dalmatians. Like I just like the way people move and the um the push and pull of it. It's like I like Greg Capullo. I like Greg
Yeah.
Capullo. I like
Yeah, man.
the guy who's doing Transformers right now. I like the guy who's doing um Rumble. There's a book called Rumble. I like that. I like a guy who's doing Omega, Ultra Omega. That's I think it might be the same guy as Rumble. There's like a bunch of guys who are like doing really cool shit right now. And it's not like super technical like fucking Shane and Ethan, you know what I mean? Where they're just all fucking like butt tight up on the pin. Like it's more like motion and fluid. I also like Dan Panosian, dude. Oh my god.
Mm.
Dan Panosian is fucking amazing, dude. And like I got old shit. I've got some Captain America books that he inked. And he like laughs at it because I showed him one time. I was like, yo, look at this book I got. And he started laughing because he knew he had like just inked a fill-in story in the background. But yo, man, like I don't know what the deal is with Comicsgate anymore. I'm not really, other than pointing and laughing as it fucking crumbles. I'm not. I'm not interested in anything. I don't need to detract anything. It's
Well, I'm
it's it's like doing it on himself. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't exist, like they would still be just fucking shitting the bed. Like Jim Shock would still not be getting printed. Ethan would still be losing money because he chased after Eric July, you know?
well, I'm interested in the shit that's fucking good, bro. Like when I
Yeah.
see people like genuinely making artwork for like good shit, you know.
Yeah, dude, I want to show the stuff, man, that I'm doing for Rock and Roll Ninja 2, but I'm not, dude. I'm gonna be fucking chill about it, and like I'm not gonna talk about anything that I'm doing. I made a mistake the other day when I was on Frog Tony's. He fucking tripped me up. He like asked me about my comic book, and I should have just told him to fuck off. That he'll have to buy it to find out.
Those guys fucking trick you, man. Like they come out of nowhere being like funny and shit. Like, oh well, you're not bad. You're not so bad.
Yeah, dude, you're just like, yeah, you're not so bad. It's like the snake. It's like the snake isn't coiled up. It's just kind of moving
Yeah,
around the cage. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, look, he's just kind of sliding around the cage. He's not so bad. And then he'll fucking coil back up as soon as he
yeah.
fucking can. But yeah, he was like, oh, what about Soaring Eagle? What are you gonna do? And I started talking about it, and I shouldn't have. So I'm not talking about it, and I'm not going to show any Rock and Roll Ninja 2, but I'm having a blast doing it, and I'm almost done, dude. So I'm gonna like go back because I'm doing the zipper tone to it. So I'm gonna finish all the pages and then go back and do the zipper tone. So blah blah
Zipping
blah.
tones.
All the little dots, you know what I mean? The little
Oh
dots.
yeah, I know. How fucking yeah, I know. Yo, Matt Barr. Yo, man, I gotta fucking bounce.
Oh, it's
Um,
boogie,
I can't tell you how much I'm honored to be your friend, brother. I
dude.
love your artwork. I genuinely love your artwork. I
Thank you.
sometimes I don't like you because how much I like your artwork. I really
What?
like it. I like it a lot. I like it a
Thanks,
lot.
man.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. I don't
I
fucking
appreciate
care
it.
what anybody says, bro. I'm in your fucking corner all the
Well, dude,
time, bro.
we hang out a lot, right? I mean, we do hang out a lot. So it's like if I do anything dumb, like I'm in a group of guys that it'll get called out.
Well,
Am
yeah,
I
of course.
wrong? You know what I mean? It's like if anything like goes a little left, you know what I mean? There's several people to be like, yeah, that's a little left. That's not right.
Yeah, but yeah, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, bro. You're all right. You're fine, man.
Well, sometimes I get fucking pissed, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's like they say emotional, but I call it being perceptive, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to talk
I'll
about
go
being
fucking werewolf sometimes.
dude? I swear to God, don't get me fucking started, man. I've had a fucking day, bro. I will tell you something, man. I'm a nice fucking guy. I'm nice to people. I'm happy to people, but I suffer fucking fools, man. I swear to God, sometimes, man, like I get so fucking mad. It's like, what do I got to do? Do I have to step in and do everybody's fucking job to make things go fucking right? Seriously? Like I got to do every fucking job.
Dude,
Whatever.
dude, I've been on work. Bless his little heart, little buddy. I fucking was on an art job and fucking threw a paintbrush at somebody because he was
Yeah.
just like fucking it up. You know what I mean? It was like we have a timeline and like it was for some Super Bowl shit, and it's like this guy was somebody's nephew and he'd shown up and was doing some other shit that like I didn't want him doing, and I like said no. I said no. Then he started doing it, and like it was like, oh my bad. And I like fucking painted. I like took his brush and like painted over the shit, and then fucking threw the brush across the warehouse. And he just stood there, and I was like, I got this, and fucking kept painting. And he like walked over and like played with his phone for a second, and then like left the warehouse, and then came back the next day.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
But it was like, yeah, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's like I try to be super cool, super cool, super cool, and then it's like I'm not, you know.
Yep. Man, do I fucking know. Yeah.
I also I know you're about to boogie. I also am not. I don't like passive aggressive. I do not like that. You're either passive or you're aggressive. Does that make sense? Like you either be fucking passive or be aggressive, but don't like snipe. Don't be passive aggressive.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That makes me want to be like overtly aggressive
Yeah.
because I feel it's like, oh, you're sniping at me. What are you doing? We're getting into some Liam territory. You got a
You're
boogie?
maligning me. You're maligning me,
You're
folks.
lying me. Dude, did you watch that are you about to boogie, aren't you?
Yeah, I definitely do. But man, I gotta tell you, man, like I never considered the fact that maybe he really did get kicked by a horse as a child. I'm like, that makes sense, dude. Like everything else makes sense, dude. Like it puts it all in line
Like
for sure.
everything else after
Uh,
that is like made up.
if we're not clear,
Like
we're talking about Liam Gray. Liam, we're talking about you, you fucking morose motherfucker. That everybody, my goddamn mom saw a picture of Liam today, and she was like, "Goddamn, he looks old and haggard." She'd never seen a prior picture of this motherfucker, and she saw a picture of him, and she could tell instantly, this guy is fucked, dude.
dude, I
Anyway,
fucking love Whiplash, dude. I fucking love that movie. And like I'm watching it going, yeah, man, I fucking feel this guy. I fucking this guy knows what he's talking about. One dude, the fucking teacher guy, I don't even know his real name, but I'm just like, my wife is like, I don't think we're supposed to like this guy. I'm like, nah, man, that's the fucking hero right there.
yeah, yeah.
And with fucking Plainview, I'm watching There Will Be Blood, going, this guy is a fucking hero.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Now imagine doing that to kangaroos. Punching them out with the fucking kangaroo. Uh, the cattle fucking puncher. You know what I mean?
We're gonna look at some of these tarps here in a minute. We're gonna look at some of these tarps here in a minute. I'm gonna pull up my website so we can look at some of these tarps, dude. Like some of these quote unquote tarps are like custom made. I know it sounds gay, but it's not. They're like custom made. They're like a tarp company in Chicago, and they make some of my tarps. And the reason why they make my tarps is because I don't want my seams to go long way, if that makes sense. I don't want my seams to go horizontal, because if you go to Lowe's or if you go to wherever, you'll get these fucking seams that go horizontal on your fabric, whether it's fucking duck canvas or fucking pull cotton Egyptian, whatever the fuck, right? So you have
Yeah.
to so I go to this company in Chicago, and they put the seams vertical. They put the seams vertical, and they put grommets into the corners of my shit. Like every foot, they'll put a grommet. That way, it could be hung on the raffleting on the the raffle. What the fuck? Say the fucking word on the What the fuck? Why can't I say this word?
See, this
Raffleting?
this is why I know that you've been fucked
Jesus
over
Christ.
by. This is why I know you've been fucked over by Comicscape, because you're on point, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I have the rivets because it's tied to the there's scaffolding. Jeez Louise. So there's like scaffolding, and so the canvas, but I like pay to have the seams run vertical. That way when the camera can zoom in, sometimes the camera, there's parts where the camera can zoom in and there's no fucking seam going through it. You know what I mean? So
Ooh,
the horizontal seam, when it goes horizontal, it's in all the shots. So when it's vertical, you can kind of like, you can cheat it a little bit. So yeah, so I get these canvases, and then I paint them, and like I get used in the Super Bowl. They get used with fucking Live Golf. They get traveled all over the world, just like backgrounds and shit. So whatever, yeah, yeah. It was on one of the fucking canvases for the Super Bowl. He was doing some fucking weird shit, and like I needed it to be like the logo, and he was like doing some weird like folk shit, and I had to like scrape it off. It was fucking. It was really weird. Fucking see how you're here. You're not booted, Kirky.
Captain Cork.
Captain Fascist Court with his multiple scaffolding. Yep. See, shit. Georgina.
Fishy Cork, you becoming a cork. Oh.
So it's like no one needed Matt. I mean, I don't even know what that means. Does anybody need fucking Riley? Does anybody need a piss pornographer? Does anybody need a guy who like gets thrown into jail for fucking stalking a black guy? Like, is that what we need? Is that what Comicsgate needs? Comicsgate needs more piss porn.
I need a dude.
It needs more shit from Vito. You know what I mean?
I need a dude to pee on me all the time. That's what I was lacking, evidently. I need a guy to take a pee on me, and maybe I can knock him the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? I can punch him in the jaw. I can punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying?
In Minecraft.
I
Dude, EVS was like, yo, I'm going to bring you to heel when I see you in person. I was like, what? You will fucking have a heart attack, dude.
I'm going to punch you in the pee-pee. When you send the pee-pee, I punch you in the pee. Okay?
Yeah, the whole like I'm gonna show up at your house shit was fucking crazy. Especially after you already had a track record of like showing up at people's shit. There was like a legit like, what the fuck? Is this guy really gonna fucking show up at my house? See, really, like, am I gonna be in my house and then I'm gonna see this dude fucking yelling down the fucking driveway?
It's like, you can show up to my house, but like with what? You got some sausages? You got some cheese? You got some fucking fine accoutrement? You got some fine mustards? What are we talking about right now? You know?
I don't care if he shows up with a charcuterie of fucking beluga caviar, dude. Like, I just don't, I have family here. I have my kids here, and like, I don't want them fucking scared and like with some fucking weird scene that they're creating. That was my problem with it. Like, my family is not involved in this at all. So
with your anti-dinosaur agenda,
yeah, dude.
My fucking yard talk about Tyrannosaurus didn't exist. Fuck you.
Who says Tyrannosauruses don't exist?
I'm making it up right now.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you.
That's crazy. I would be like, are you out of your fucking mind? T-Rexes existed. What?
Yeah, they had see the fucking.
Is this some like a Jew agenda from Spielberg? He's pushing T-Rexes.
They had small arms, but those arms are way bigger than your arms, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Did he have wheels though? Did T-Rexes ever go to the moon?
T-Rex definitely had bigger than Arnold. His arms were definitely fucking jacked. You know what I mean? Like, they were small by proxy. You know what I mean? Like, by considering his fucking dimensions of his fucking face and shit. But those arms were fucking bigger than we got, nigga.
I would agree with that. I think they do. I think a T-Rex has pretty large. It's probably like the size of your thigh.
I heard that it was a trade-off, right? That like in order for the T-Rex to have a greater fucking neck muscle, they had to compromise like how strong the fucking arms were. That's what I heard. Think about that, you fucking cracker. You goddamn cracker nigga.
Cracker ass cracker. Yeah, cracker ass cracker. Yeah, I mean, that's a very large red herring, the T-Rex discussion. I'm going to stay on topic. I think that would be a good discussion with Liam Gray. He's kind of built like a T-Rex.
He's
very
built
large with these little arms.
like a kangaroo T-Rex, like a miniature T-Rex. Yeah.
Did you see that documentary about him? Did we already talk about this? Yeah, the head getting kicked in the head with a horse, and then him fighting off the. There's a whole bunch of shit, dude.
You're
The
maligning.
motorcycles,
You're maligning me.
even
Yeah.
him getting burned with cigarettes. Like so, like there's so much. I mean, like there's more to it. Like this guy, the
Yeah.
doormat, whatever the doormat's name is, who did the documentary, like he used a bunch of shit, but like I don't think he used half of what's out there. You know what I mean?
Dude, the idea that he got kicked in the head by a horse explains every fucking thing, man. Explains it all. Not to absolve Liam of
That's
his
what I'm
fucking
saying. Like
crime.
some of his stuff is like malicious, and some of his shit that he does is kind of, unaccountable, or he hasn't accounted for it. He kind of goes victim and plays footsie with it. But yeah, it's like I mean they have places for that. It's called criminally insane.
You're maligning me. I put my penis in Castle Grayskull. You don't like it. I fucking jizz. Fuck
Oh,
you.
that sounds like Risey.
Okay.
That sounds like Risey with the wanting to fuck everything, and
I
and
put my
and and
penis in
and
build crap of the Grayskulls.
it's so annoying to be like, yo, that fucking shit looked dope. And then to see Liam being like, that looks dope. Like, fuck, it does look dope.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Everybody's
yeah.
like, holy shit, that looks fucking amazing. And it's like, yo, you're a piece of shit, but I agree with you. It looks fucking dope. Like parts of it, I was like, that's not fucking real. Like it's almost like that's too fucking fan fiction. That's too much fucking like, this is our dark take on Castle Grayskull 1970s synth dark AI photo. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh, wait, that's the actual movie? Like, Skeletor is actually going to look like that? Like, fuck yeah. And the guy, like the little chest harness thing, it doesn't look fucking gay. You know what I mean? Because it looks, it's like this fucking weird ball cut and shit, and then you're like, yeah, I don't know about that chest rig, but like he's wearing it, like it doesn't. It almost looks like a Brad Pitt Achilles item from whatever the fuck that movie was, Troy. Remember? Did you see Helen of Troy? He kind
Oh,
of
the Brad Pitt Troy. Yeah, I
yeah.
fucking like that movie. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude. So like he had like a smaller breastplate kind of a thing for movement and action or whatever. So I don't know. It looked pretty dope. I guess like, oh, he's from Eternia, but his mom put him on Earth to keep him safe. But he like knows about it.
Yeah.
And eventually he's like, yo, I gotta get home. Maybe he has like a dream, or maybe there's something that activates his like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of Earth time. I gotta get away from all these SJWs and limp dicks, all these betas, and I gotta beta. Amazing, amazing. So he like goes and he looks for the sword, and then heads over to Castle Grayskull, and gets up with what's her name, and hopefully like smashes that puss. Man at Arms is a black dude. That seems fine. Who gives a shit?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it looked cool. We'll see. Jared
Dude,
Leto as
I'm
fucking
behind it. I
Skeletor.
believe. I think it's gonna be good. I'm feeling it. I like it. I think it's going to be good. But uh, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope.
What do you think of the new Odyssey movie from Christopher Nolan? Did you see the trailer for it?
Dude, I'm a fucking history nerd, man. Like, I want to see the fucking armor. I want to see the historically accurate fucking armor. That's not happening in that movie.
No, they're
That's
not.
what
But yo, they also showed like a giant fucking cyclops for a second too. So maybe it's leans into the fantastic.
I still think the movie will be good. It would just be better if it had the right armor and all that, you know. But if not, fuck it. I'm gonna go with it. It's like actual dude. In our whole life, there's not been a real Odyssey fucking movie, you know.
No, I think there was like a TV show at one point starring the bad guy judge from the Sylvester Stallone
Yeah,
Judge Dredd movie.
yeah. So I'm down for it to not be like perfect, but man, if it was, I would love it, dude. If they had like the real armor and all that, like the bone armor helmet and all that shit, man. But I gotta go. I gotta bounce, bro. I'm at the end
All
of
right,
my
dude.
fucking world right now. I've had a long day, bro. I love you. Yo, Matt Barr, I
L
love you,
dog.
brother. I gotta fucking bounce, bro. But
Boogie.
I'm
Boogie
behind you
Woogie.
100%, nigga. You're my fucking cracker, nigga. Hell, brother.
Cracker. You're the cheese to my cracker.
You're my fucking cracker, nigga. Hell, brother.
Hail. Hail War Campaign.
Hell, brother.
All right. Talking about T-Rexes and shit there for a second. Yeah, so yeah, nobody needed me, but it's like weird. It's like, well, who's needed and who isn't? You know? How does that make any sense? Like I think I was needed. Like the amount of work that I did, the amount of um logo. You know what? I think I was more needed than Tony. I think I'm more needed than Riley. I think my work record shows it. Um 20 years of commercial art, 20 years of logos, 20 years of graphic design, etc. All of that got put to use in Comicsgate for people, right? So like somebody is an independent, they 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 have a comic book idea, it's Comicsgate, they want to have a logo and I do the logo. The logo is going to look better than somebody just like trying, right? It's like somebody putting together an amateur book, I'm completely behind it. Somebody putting together an independent book, I'm completely behind it. Hiring me brought on a level of experience and an amount of polish to the book, and you can't deny it. Um, and I got over a dozen name credits, over a dozen different books that I've worked on. So, like, did Comicsgate need me? Yeah, it did. Does Indie Comics need me? Yeah, I haven't left Indie Comics. Like, I'm just not using the hashtag Comicsgate anymore because it's owned by Ethan Van Sciver. It's not a movement anymore. So what? Um, they wanted Ethan's attention and got what they wanted. That's not what I really wanted. I didn't necessarily need Ethan's attention, and he's not the one who like brought me into Comicsgate or into comic books. You know, for good or bad. I know people hate him right now, but I started. I'm a long time reader of comics. Went to school for comic book illustration. Blah 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 blah. Sitting in art department. I was art director at a screen shop. Did posters and t-shirts, all kinds of shit. And like going to the comic book store, I'm not seeing shit that I like. I'm like kind of reading these books and I'm like, this kind of fucking sucks. Is it me? And then I'm like watching YouTube. YouTube kind of like goes into that stuff, goes into your boy Zach. I'm watching your boy Zach. And eventually he's like, hey, if anybody wants to work with me, just email me their stuff. So who knows? I mean, I think he got like a couple hundred people emailing him their artwork. And so I like started working with him, and I still didn't know who Ethan was. I didn't know who Malin or any of these people were. And I like knew a couple of people, knew Vinny, and that's how I met some other people, blah, 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 and that's how I like got into Comicsgate. And then, even after I like had a falling out with Ethan, even after, for a while, I was like, I still considered to be part of #Comicsgate. I was like, I don't have a problem with Comicsgate, because Ethan wanted to make it me versus him / everybody in Comicsgate. And it wasn't like that. It was just me having a problem with him. And then him just like crying about it to everybody, and like everybody getting poopy pants about it. So I didn't have a problem with Comicsgate. I just had a problem with him. And then eventually it was just like, why even bother? Like, he owns it. It's like he owns the trademark. He owns the word. Like, what does the word even mean anymore? Even Dark Gift was like, yeah, what is it? What does it even mean anymore? It definitely isn't what it started out as. It's metastasized into something else. I guess, what 2018, 2020 is like Comicsgate. After that, it's like just like something else. And the last like 2 years, it's been nothing but a mass exodus of a lot of really good artists, and then the circling of wagons for the last few, and then fortifying that with just what we see now is just like trash fighting trash. Like, nobody's really producing anything. There's no new campaigns. There's no new books. It's just campaign. It's just channels fighting channels, creating content off of each other rather than, the books. I mean, at least with, Ethan, it's like, do your fucking queer book, dude. Just finish your stupid fucking book. And he's finally like doing a whole bunch of art streams, because it's kind of ridiculous at this point. So, I didn't need Ethan's attention. Like, I had already got Rock and Roll Ninja, right? So by the time I was like kind of hanging out in Comicsgate, like I was already working on Rock and Roll Ninja, and that I co-created, just like in the book. Like, wasn't work for hire. It was a collaboration. That's why I put so much into it, because I own it. It's like, Kirkman owns Walking Dead, and it's published by Image. Like, I own Rock and Roll Ninja, and it's published by Splato. Same difference. So I didn't need Ethan. I didn't need his attention. One of the things was like Malin was like, grab an oar, which I guess that's like, it ended up being like grab a whore, which I didn't realize. I had heard grab an oar. So my thought was, yeah, like, I'm here. And a lot of the people that I was like first hanging out with were not like professional artists, right? And they were like mailmen and like fucking people who like cleaned out septic tanks and shit. Like, it was like blue collar guys. So I wasn't just like, yeah, I'm doing storyboards, I'm doing this. Like, I don't know. I just kind of kept quiet about it. I mean, it's all there. It's not quiet, but and yeah, so I started like with grab an oar. I started like helping, like if somebody asked, if somebody needed a logo, I would help them out. I didn't charge them like what I would normally charge. It was like whatever you can. Like, hey man, can you do a logo for me? Yeah, sure. How much? You know, I'm like, well, how much do you want to pay me? Like, I got $100. Okay, cool, man. Like your comic skate, you'll have a fucking dope logo, and it's not about the money. It's about the message. It's about everybody. Being good. Like it was about like moving the needle and making sure our shit was good, or if not better than the mainstream at the time. Right? Because mainstream was like putting out shit. So it was like, well, we can put out better stuff. There were some really good artists, man. The logos just weren't there. And so I like, help with the logos or help with whatever. So grabbing an oar was like doing a whole bunch of shit for people. And for some reason, it's all been like fucking ignored. Um, I'm not sure how that fucking works. So it's like, so I was doing a bunch of stuff. I didn't need Ethan's attention. If Ethan didn't exist, I would have still been doing the covers. I would have still been doing the trading cards. Um, I'll show you the art too. I'll show you the receipts. Like I would still be doing all this stuff, even if Ethan had like died in a drunk driving car accident on his way back from the casino. So like I didn't need Ethan's attention. Like people were telling him about me, right? And like some of the first times I went on Ethan's, it was like Comic Skate Live where he was bringing me up. Like he didn't want to bring me on for Rock and Roll Ninja because he was upset with Zach, right? So because people were like, "Yo, bring on Rock and Roll Ninja." Like that's a new book, bring it on. And he was like, "I'm not bringing it on." And so and you could see it. He like showed it in the early DMs where he was like, "Yo, you got to do some work for other people." Right? Like do some covers and stuff. And it's like, okay. And so yeah, so like some of the first times I was on Ethan's show was after I had done somebody's logo, like, yeah, hey, here's Dan Plagle, and here's Matt Barr, and here's Billy Basco. Oh, why is Matt Barr here? Oh, he did the logo for the book, and he did some of the artwork. He did a cover or whatever. You know what I mean? And so like I eventually just got on there. So did I need his attention? Like not at all. Like actually getting his attention is like the worst. Like every time I had a problem with somebody, like fucking Ethan was there to like fucking suck it up like a fucking milkshake or something. I don't know. Like had a problem with JDA, there's fucking Ethan. Had a problem with fucking PTP, there's fucking Ethan. Have a problem with fucking Liam, there's fucking Ethan. Have a problem with Riley, there's fucking Ethan. And like the problem with Riley and Ethan showing up, that was like the final straw. Like I'm just like, fuck this guy. And then he did like the puppets and they did the fucking PTP shit with the talking to my wife, which never happened. So did I need his attention? No, I didn't. I would have been just fine without it. Like I wish he hadn't been in Comic Skate at all, honestly. Oh, what about my Cyberfrog? Like, yeah, your Cyberfrog like brought a lot of like attention and money to the scene, but like I think your cloud or whatever you have, like fucking um it like pushed the whole thing in a different direction. And a lot of people left. And that's why it's so small. These guys watered down the overall mission. Like I don't know what that means. This is coming from a guy who showed up to harass Eric July. He showed up to harass Eric July, another independent comic book creator. Showed up to fuck with this guy. Didn't come out with any books. Hung out with a guy who advocated for cuties. Riley was a piss pornographer. He promoted incest, fantasy porn, but he's telling me that I'm fucking watering down the overall mission of Comicsgate. What? And I'm not even on fucking Twitter anymore. I'm not even on Twitter anymore. And these fucking people are just fucking, they can't stop. Some serious ex-girlfriend shit. I've never had an ex-girlfriend act like this. Both of these Comicsgate detractors. Distractors. Okay, I think you fucking spelled that wrong. Distractors. It is time to lock back in on art. What? What are you talking about, dude? It's funny. It's like, oh, now it's time to lock in on art. So the whole Eric July thing is done. So that's not making any money and doesn't make any sense. So now it's time to lock back in on the art. That's how quaint. You see this? Can you guys see this and hear me? This is my website. I'm going to be revising it soon. This was from Last of the Seekers. That dude lost his fucking mind. Look at that. That's another dude. He just fucking crashed and burned. Like, totally fucked me over for no reason. Didn't have to. Like, didn't have to fucking, like, just go sleazeball. And then, ultimately, he gets fucking drummed out of everywhere because he's posting AI artwork as his glow up. Guys, look at me. I leveled up. And he's got some fucking AI artwork. So that was that. I think there was 22 pages for this book. This is a double page spread. That was pretty funny. That was pretty fun. Here's a chick. She's fighting and piloting her shit. This is for the Rambo book. That's pretty good. It's pretty good jungle. Look at that village. I don't know if you guys, I don't think the book has been released yet, but this is my book. So it's 100 pages. Just them climbing up the fucking ninja tower into the lady, the ninja queen. She's handing out her shit. I like doing these like montages of fight scenes. So this is like them like training. This is more training. So this stuff is like already like this stuff is already like old actually. That's why I need it's time to like revise this shit. So that's one book. That's another book. Here's another book. And this doesn't include that UN thing. Ooh, how much did you make on the UN? I made enough. I made pretty decent money on the UN thing. So I see I gotta remove that. He didn't like the teeth or whatever, so I gotta whatever. I forgot that this was on here. So I gotta remove this. That's not a problem. I got a bunch of shit that I can replace. This. He was like, yeah, I don't like the teeth. I don't like his mouth open. I was like, all right. This is a cover. So that's one cover. Oni. I think it's Woodrow's book. That got colored by Matt Yackey. This was the cards from Absolute. So this was like a 3 card of set of 3. That was colored by Matt Yackey. That was for Jason Unhinged, Absolute. So that was some card set for Absolute. Here was another card set, 3 set. I like doing the 3 sets of cards. That way, the 3 cards get to put together. I also like to just like, hey man, can I just make up shit? So in the background, I've got like spaceships that are actually just like space bacteria or something. They're like giant. Like it's not a cockpit; it's like an eyeball. So that I forgot who colored that. I think Ink Spots colored that. So that's for another get Riff Riders, probably. Luke Stone wrote it, and this was the line art to Private American. So go get your Private American out, pull it off the shelf. This was in it. It was going to be an alternate cover, but they all said no because of the graphic nature of the headshots and shit. So the headshots and shit was like, yeah, no. But see how there's like a big space above them for the Private American logo and everything. So, which was a bummer because I like sent him sketches and shit, and was like, how about this? He was like, yeah, we want A, and thumbnail A had like the cartel guys getting shot. So there's the headshots by Private American, and that's Mike Barron. So that was another one that I did. I enjoyed this. This was like it's such a bummer. This was like the one thing for Last of the Seekers. He just left me alone, and I got to draw what I wanted. So I got to draw this like cool extra like gearing around his head and shit, and sucked. I think I had to like make some revisions because he was like, yeah, he doesn't really look like that. So I had to like change some shit. But this was fun, and this was for a toy cover, so you can see the blue line work for the packaging, and the figure sat there on the left. So that's another thing that was Comicsgate. Some more Comicsgate. This was a wraparound cover for Krishna Kid, colored. I think it eventually got colored by Billy Basco, but there's Krishna Kid, and there's the whole bird thing. I don't know. I got to kind of go crazy with it, but I enjoyed doing that. And there's my hands. There's my hands that I drew. So that was a Krishna Kid wraparound cover. This was Starlight Cats, some artwork that I did for Starlight Cats, but I don't think I think I changed the characters too much. So he didn't want to use it, but he hired me to do a trading card. Here's another wraparound cover for Krishna Kid. What a bummer, man, the Krishna Kid shit. I didn't have anything to do it. Like, it was like, hey, well, you want to do some wraparound covers? Yes. All right. Sounds good. And I did them. Very like, I think we did the covers before the interior artwork was done. So I was just able to kind of go crazy. So that's another book that I did wraparound. That's some inside artwork to Rock and Roll Ninja. The boys. I'm going to have to remove this too, which is a bummer. This is some horses. This is going to be for girthy stallions. Some close-up of some of the horses. See, I could draw a damn horse. Horses are fun. I have no problem with drawing a horse. And then this, like, that was my idea. You know what I mean? It was like he just kind of was like telling me some stuff, and then I like kind of got to make it up. Because I thought I was going to be the one drawing it, but he'd rather hang out with a piss pornographer like Riley. He'd rather hang out with Vito the pedo, and he'd rather hang out with people who promote LGBTQ youth grooming agendas. Horse, close to a horse, electro horse. Another some other art for Mavericks. Do you guys remember Mavericks? They did a couple of books and then didn't really like the way Comicsgate was going and then bounced, similar to Bancroft. You know, like I did a lot. Like not only was I doing my fucking book, but I was doing a shit ton. And like, I'm not even showing you everything. Like there's a bunch of shit that like I haven't shown that I did for people. That was for a skateboard. That's for a personal thing that's coming. Here's my Shane Davis trading card artwork. I think he got Yaki or Billy Basco colored it. Billy Basco colored it. So you can get that out there somewhere. I don't know. I got the cards. I got the Inglorious Rex. I got the cards. And like one of the cards was his wife in like a fucking slip dress wearing some goofy ass Goodwill shoes. I was like, what the fuck? Yes, you are. You're criticizing my shit. Criticizing my armor, man. Here's another cover that I did, and I did the logo. So I did the logo, Frog Tony, not Frog Tony, but I did a Frog G, and then I did this cover. Matt Yaki colored it for me. Matt Yaki is the shit, man. Here's a close up of that. So, like, get back to the artwork. Let's lock down on the artwork. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you have never locked on the artwork. Like, you showing up have taken away from the artwork. Like, new CG, nobody in new CG can fucking do anything. Liam has to trace. Other people have to use fucking like 3D fucking dolls. You know, there's like a whole bunch of people that like suddenly like AI is like okay, and or computer assets are okay, and you're just like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you people talking about? I forgot who this was for. This was for a. He's not around either. Chris Graves. So Chris Graves, he like got a little bit of spotlight, and then was like, what the fuck? You know, he had like Mandy like fucking trying to talk to him. It was fucking bizarre, dude. Perpetual Groove. Look how old that. I need to like take that down. But I really like the little monsters in the corners. Gray paper. 1, 2, 3 colors, right? Green, purple, orange, dark blue. It's 4 colors. 4 colors on gray paper. I like doing posters. Here's a poster. We weren't sure what dates it was going to use on, but this is for Conrad the Caterpillar. So he was eating up the Chicago building. There's my space elephant, my space Ganesh. This is another one is printed. That was not that's not Comicsgate. That's just a rock and roll poster. Ariel 13, right? Merkmaid, right? So I did that. I helped with that. Did a bunch of sketch cards for that. And then I did this, which got colored, and this got used to design the action figure. So like there was a Comicsgate project with figures, It's still being worked on. I don't know if it's still Comicsgate anymore, but like I worked on that. A bunch of people did. Krusty there's like a little Stabby the Crab. There was like a whole like meme going on for a little while. Here's another one. Here's another cover I did for the no cover. Right, Malin's out there looking for his cover. Right, so he's like fighting. He's fighting pizzas with pineapple and ham. What a joke. This is just some vector artwork. Went on the side of a boat. Here's a close up. Another cool poster. Bzzz. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I wonder, it's like, oh, if I start posting my widespread panic shit, like people are going to start fucking trying to like tag widespread panic into shit. You know what I mean? It was just like, it's annoying. So I came up with this, like some puppets, but now puppets, like, I don't know. I'm done with puppets. I don't like looking at puppets. But for a second, I thought it'd be kind of fun. Some other artwork. See, I don't have the Flash's artwork. There's a whole bunch of shit on here that I don't have yet. Graphic design. So that logo I did, that's Comicsgate. That's Comicsgate. That's not Comicsgate. That's a poster I did. Can you for Fifth Element? I know it's more design than anything. Here was a CG Talk thing. That was this Comicsgate logo I did. This was my design. I taught art for a little while. Cat Matt. Some Halloween shit. I know this is old as fuck, but I really enjoyed it. I really liked the way that came out. It's like just a fucking awesome one color. They gave me all this information. I just made it all fucking fit. So I like doing shit like that. Here's another Comicsgate logo. That was the back. I designed all that. Like I designed, like not only did I do the inside over, I like designed the covers and shit to my book. It's another Comicsgate logo. This was for a band called Flaming Lips. I don't know if you ever heard of them. I did a dope poster for them. And I like incorporated like a bunch of their songs in the background. The robot fighter girl and the Vaseline. She uses Vaseline. That was fun. That's for pro football. That was some NFL shit that I did. Yeah, I wish I'd redone that logo. I could not get away from. I mean, I like the logo, but I could not get away from the name Gridiron Green. I couldn't. They would not change it, but I like the logo still. Like 2 G's, but it's also a guy, but it's the moon. It's a bunch of cool shit. Do shit like this. You might see it. You might see it in Walmart. You might see it in Dick's Sporting Goods. You might see it at Academy Sporting Goods. Yeah. And I'll do it. That's what I did for Rock and Roll Ninja. This was for Comicsgate guy. I think he is dead now. I did this, unfortunately. I mean, it was Comicsgate at the time. Hey, do you want to do a logo? It's Comicsgate stuff. Yeah, definitely. So I think that came out okay. Easy to read. You see that movie Wolfen? This was 1, 2, 3 colors. Wolfen. There's no defense. In the beginning, a guy gets his hand bitten off by not a werewolf, but a semi-werewolf kind of a thing. Here's another Comic Skate logo. Some shit I did for BB King's, a restaurant. Something I did for a band called Knife Party. I don't know if you ever heard of Knife Party. Yahoo! Ding, 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 that was old. Some more print printers. Yahoo! I go in there like, yo, it's sold out. I'm like, fuck yeah. I like doing stuff like this. They're like, hey, can you draw that? Like, yeah. Hey man, it would be funny if you had a marlin in a martini glass. I'm like, done. Bigfoot, you know, it'd be funny if like Bigfoot. Yeah, done. This I love the old fucking hot rod, you know. I love that. They're like, can you do like an old hot rod car? I'm like, fuck yeah, can I? Can I do one? So that's dope. So that got like printed, and then you know I get royalties off of that when it gets printed. Look at that. Find it all through Auburn. Head over to Auburn. Get your War Eagle t-shirt. We did some Star Wars Georgia crossover stuff that I got to do. That was fun. Yeah, so it's like this is some of the like I'm like, you know, I'm not just like, oh, I worked under a pen name. No, this is my stuff. I'm just sitting here. Like the people who talk mad shit about art, like, don't have this. I'm surprised this I mean, it's like, fuck yeah, dude. It's not the fun shit, you know. It's not. It's funny the people who like talk about like, oh, like one gun's like 1 foot run gun is like, oh, you paint on tarps. It's like, dude, you got 1 foot. What the fuck are you talking about? You can paint fucking shit if you wanted to. You can wipe your own ass. What are you talking about? Like, don't come at me about painting tarps when you have 1 foot and you need like a stick to wipe your ass. Like, give me a break. You can tell it's old because he was with the Eagles. But that was fun. This is the one where he was like fucking up one of these like trophies, and I was like, all right, just stop, man. Literally, like he was like doing it like blocky, and I was like, no, we have to like paint it like it's like they want all the like as I described it. I was like, you know, Dynasty is like all distressed, the logos from the different things, but then we're gonna have like nice shiny trophies to make really pop in the center. And he was like making them blocky and like I don't know, man. So I like just fucking like whited everything he did, just like and then like through the brush. That was fun. That ended up not getting used. Bummer. And then these are like that. That's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites too. That's sold. That's gone. This one's gone. That was part of a bigger one. This one's still here. And that I got photos of me like working on this thing. So it's not like also, you know, I like to put the colors that I'm using on the face next to it. I don't know why, but it's like a study. Like I'm doing like a study of somebody. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, can you do a portrait? It's like, I'd rather do like a study of the person. You know, where it's like it's rough, but it's like it's tight in some spots. It's very like, I think it's Alec Powers. I think it's very cool, almost like a Atari game cover or something. You know, like parts of it are painted and other parts are drafted. Yeah, so a couple of these are on tarps, sure, but the people talking shit, you ain't done shit yourselves. So yeah, I don't know. That's it. I need somebody to hop on for a second. I don't think so. I don't think so, man. I think he was like hard wrangling you. He was like kind of controlling the tone and speed of the conversation. You weren't saying full sentences, so like you're fucking retarded, right? So like you're gonna go back and listen to an argument that you were in. Of course, you're gonna think you were right because you're retarded. All right, I'm gonna go get some more something else to drink. John, why don't you hop in here for a second? I don't want it to just be dead air. I feel like that's kind of like the fucking no quarters given part. Just like just people talking crazy shit on Twitter with nothing else better to do, who haven't done anything. You know, Frog Tony is a fucking clown. I always thought he was. And also Dark Gift is a fucking clown, to be honest with you. I mean, Hunting Alice, you know, like we saw the artwork, it looks like fucking shit. I don't know. Black Cherry was right. So, you know, I'm not sure who these people are joking. Like they're all like just sniffing their own farts. I mean, that really doesn't count. Like I didn't know that it was her. I mean, to be honest, like so I'm on Kiwi Farms and I'm replying to something, and Martina, a friend of mine, which I didn't know that she was on fucking Kiwi Farms. She was. What happened? Yo, Tim. We just had.
Yo, what's up?
What happened to Longbox? He was just here.
He was on, and then he kind of, I don't know.
Come back, John. There we go.
I don't know.
Yeah, my computer. I think my computer is possessed.
It's possessed.
Are you talking about Martina Marcota?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in her Discord. You know.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yes,
cool. So I was on Kiwi Farms, and she said something to me, and I didn't know that it was her. Right? She just like said something, and I like said something back. You know, and now he's like the guy who lashes out at Martina Tolova. It's like,
Did she find out? Did you find out it was her? Did she?
Yeah. She was like,
So it's cool.
hey, it's me, Martina, and I was like, oh, hey.
You're probably like, oh shit, sorry.
Nah, not even. I mean, like, just because it was her, like still what I said standard,
Right.
but it wasn't a lash out. Like, I don't lash out at people on Kiwi Farms, but like, this is like coming from a guy who, the owner of Kiwi Farms was like, yo, stop with the fucking alt accounts, dude. Like, Kirk had so many alt accounts on Kiwi Farms, like he was replying to himself and having like whole conversation that the owner of the fucking website was like, yo, bro,
Oh,
stop.
dude, that's crazy. I
So
wouldn't know what
yeah,
to say
me
with
lashing
myself.
at somebody who I didn't know was her. I didn't know it was her. Like, I guess if you want to call it a fucking W for you, then go for it.
Oh, hey, look, it's the has been. He's laughing at us. Oh well.
Yeah, Martina's
Who cares? Who cares if it's 30? Who cares if it's 34, dude?
Yeah, I mean, whatever.
I'm gonna go get some coffee. I hope it comes back to be fucking 32. Like, I mean, is
Yeah.
I love this machine elf right here.
Talk about the machine elf for a second while I go get some more coffee.
All right.
Yeah, this guy with the visor over here is a machine elf. Matt was
machine elf.
Yeah, Matt was streaming one day on a Sunday.
Visor.
Yeah, he was streaming on his channel one Sunday, and I was at work, and I was in an electrical closet, and I just hit the link. I had a break, and I'm talking to Matt. Matt's looking behind at all the piping and everything like that. It's all the stuff people don't normally get to see, in a construction site. So and he messages me later. Can we make a comic book about that? I'm like, about what? He's like, all that piping. I was like, how the hell am I going to make a comic book about that? So I just thought about it, and then I was thinking about like the machine elves from Terrence McKenna, like building the universe, building the panels. So I sent him a script, and he liked it. So I'm going to send Matt a couple more sci-fi stories. We'll make a sci-fi anthology comic. We'll make an oversized magazine. Because somebody said you can't make a magazine about comics, so we're going to make a magazine about comics. Hey, Tim, how you doing? How's your comic? How's Melvin? Oh, I'm the only one here. Everybody's
okay, hold on. Well, it's almost done. We're on page 33 right now. Almost done with that. So,
cool.
But yeah, of course you can make comics with magazines. There's Mad Magazine, Crack, for instance. Heavy Metal.
Well, that's the goal. Is we want to do it's kind of like humorous sci-fi. So I'm trying to come up with titles. I keep thinking of like Strange Science or whatever, something like that. So we'll do that. I figure we'll make like an oversized black and white, like an homage to a Med and the old EC stuff. We'll do the cover in color.
Oh, yeah.
Should be fun. I got 4 stories. I sent Matt one, but I'm working on. I'm tested myself to see if I could do a comic as fast as possible. So as soon as I'm done with that, and then last night I met a new artist. Let's hope it works really good. So he's going to be doing.
All right. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So things are going.
I'm trying to do more in-store book signings and conventions and such. So that's my focus.
Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I got your book. Your book is fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Which one did you got? You got 0.
I got 0. I got 3 comics, so I must have 0, 1, and 2.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Do I have them all? Do you have more?
There is issue 3, and then issue 4 is being worked on.
Okay, so I got to pick up issue 3. Well, maybe I have 3. Maybe I misremember.
Yeah, you'll definitely see the leap between 2 and 3. How it just keeps going up and getting better and better instead of starting out great and getting worse and worse.
And I just got this today. Just literally, I just got home from work. So this is Roy Beckwith, the another Western comic. I got all the covers for this. I can't wait to check this out. That's what I was going to do right now, but I saw Matt was streaming. So that's cool. I love this. I love this one. I don't know. The story this new artist is working on now is it's like a Western fantasy. It's like cowboys and D&D. If that makes sense. So what's going on? I just came home, saw he was streaming. Matt has Matt's going to get a drink, I guess.
He's getting some coffee.
Oh, okay, coffee. Yeah, it's after midnight. I can't drink coffee. I'll be up all night. Yeah, Martina. Yeah, Martina Makota is cool as shit. She did the Mary Sue cosplay on my comic. So if you got her Oak Tales #2 cosplay cover, that's Martina. And all I gotta say is she had a baby a year ago, and look at the waist on that woman. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. She has a comic.
Wasn't she supposedly going to be doing a collaboration with Michael Graves, formerly part of the Misfits?
Oh, if that's, I don't know. It's not like we talk all the time.
I know she interviewed him.
Yeah,
that's about it.
She was on my channel when she was 9 months pregnant. She was very self-conscious. She was a sweetheart, and she did a comic called Lady Alchemy, and it was pretty good. Then she was on my channel. We talked about
I remember.
Yeah, and I've been bugging her like in a fun way. Like, you should, now that she had a baby, she should make like a baby alchemy, like my first alchemy book. You know.
Like and share.
Oh, there we go.
And share. I'm back. You know what's funny is that like Ethan is able to come here and actually comment. Unlike on his channel, he blocks people and bans them and then talks shit. But like here,
right. Well,
like here, he can hang out in the chat and laugh his ass off. I mean, he needs to lose the weight. So if he wants to hang out here and laugh and lose weight, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
He'd use a treadmill, but he'd probably destroy the treadmill.
Yeah. Well, oh well.
Hey, I walk you out. I'm gonna walk you out in the parking lot. Anyways,
I used to be somebody. Now I'm nobody.
Now I'm nobody. I am in the back Mutt Bar. See what I'm saying, dude? You're using Mutt Bar. Like, that's like some well-read shit, dude.
Well, they all make fun. They got like the lamest insult. John's Dong Box. Wow, you guys are so creative. No wonder comic book
That sounds like something somebody in elementary school would think of.
No wonder John Malin won Writer of the Year when John's Dong Box is the creativity.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So Matt, I got more stories to send you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited. This will be fun. But somebody said that you can't make magazines about comic books. So we're gonna make a magazine about comic books there, Matt.
Several examples of comic books that are magazines.
You could just do stuff. If you actually put your mind to it, you could get stuff done.
Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that too loud, man. There's a certain person in the audience who has a 6-year-old late book.
Oh well, they can go to hell.
What's up, Tim? What's up, John? Matt, what's up,
your late book with them.
Darwin Cook once said that there's no reason for a book to be late unless you're just not doing the work.
Well, you know what, too, man. No offense, but like I've brought this up before. I drive to the city every day, right? And I've been working there now probably over 5 years, and I've seen buildings built in less time than it's taken certain people to put a book out.
A Sniper. First off, hello. I never met you before. You work in Manhattan?
Actually, no. You have met me before. This is Chris. You probably don't remember me. That's fine. We've been on streams together before, maybe once or twice. I drive to Boston though. I go to Boston.
Oh, Chris. Okay, so you were probably on camera, and I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's all good, dude. Yeah.
Plus, I talk to everybody. I talk to.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. No, it's cool.
Security guards at work today. They know I make comics.
We were talking about late books. It just proves my point about people who get to the top of anything. They become complacent and lazy. They're not hungry enough to actually get the book done on time.
Well,
I just realized you have to be subscribed to my channel for like 5 weeks or something like that.
I saw that, dude. Because I have a wrench. I saw that. Yeah.
So Ethan's subscribed to me.
He's hate watching.
He's hate watching right now.
Well, that's okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, Ethan blocked me and banned me in his chat and shit. So, like, you know, it is what it is, you know. But he's more than welcome. I mean, shit. I mean, click the link, Ethan, if you want to come on. And he's busting your balls about only having so many viewers. But it's like, you know, it brings up a good point, too, because, well, here's the thing. So, like, Ethan, he used to be a comic book creator who did YouTube, right? Now he's a YouTuber who happens to make comic books.
Oh, he's a YouTuber who used to make comics.
Right. Well, you know, I mean, how many late projects does he have right now? I mean, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we could go down the list, but you know, it's just funny that somebody who supposedly gets all these viewers, right? All these pay pigs, all the plebs, all the peasants, and now he's coming over here to shit on Matt because what we don't have as many fucking gooners goon over fucking fat fuck Ethan. Like, really, Ethan? I mean, just so lowbrow, just so lowbrow. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, I'm agreeing.
It's just so fucking lowbrow. It's like, dude, really? Like, who wants to watch? Oh, let's do a trash cast number 5,265,246 about Eric July. Oh, look, Eric July. I don't even like Eric July. I don't give a fuck about the guy. I don't hate the guy. I don't like the guy. But Jesus Christ, dude! Like, why are you obsessed with this guy?
About him. The fact that
why are you so obsessed, man?
Ex-girlfriend stuff. I only know about I mean,
did he cuck your wife, dude?
July's characters because of fucking Ethan. Like Ethan, Yara. Like, I mean, like
I know,
would
dude.
not have fucking known any of this shit, you know. Like Eric July would have popped up on the radar and be like, "Yo, I'm making my books," and then that would have been the end of it.
They hate on him so hard that people find themselves actually liking Eric July just because of that.
Exactly. I know Ethan's done a better job promoting Eric July just by doing these trash casts. I feel like
I did a bad review of ISOM, you know, and now I like Eric July just because of the way he's handling himself.
Right. He doesn't bring up Ethan at all. He just goes about his business, right?
His fan base has been going out of the way to be nice to me. Hey, John, you know, I know I had a problem too. It's getting so much better. Like a couple of guys are asking me, let me send you comics. And I'm like, I'm not here to get stuff free. I don't want your super chats. I have a good job. I'm not dependent upon people on YouTube. You know, don't send me free stuff. So I bought all the Horseman stuff because, you know, I'm a Chuck Dixon fanboy. You know, what do you want me to say? And it was good.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
Yeah. But my point being is, I didn't like it. I gave a bad review to ISOM. Eric July, NDA Andrew, Carol Brown, all those people have been nothing but sweethearts to me.
Well, no, John, you got to get it right now. Now you have to do another 1,000 streams about how bad Eric July is. Like you gotta follow the format.
Well, I gave a positive review for the Horseman. It was good. It was fun, and I did like it. You know, I gave a middling review for a Good Ing. Sorry, Mike Barron, who's been nothing but a sweetheart to me. But you know, I'd like to think I'm honest. I gave an honest bad review of Godlike, and Jesus, I was like attacked, and then you know I responded poorly. I
have a new name for that book. I call it Fraud-like.
Yeah, well,
Fraud-like, get it? Eh?
That.
But my point being is it's supposed to be, oh, let's take criticism. Enlightened Fan just did a review of Cyberfrog, and somebody went nuts and it got all baby about it for an honest review. One of my best friends who I stream with gave my comic a bad review, and I'm like, he's right. You know, not that it's a bad comic, but the points that he made were absolutely 100% right. You know, and
constructive criticism is valid.
He was honest. He did. You could see his face when he was saying it. He didn't want to hurt my feelings, but like, you know. But what do you want me to do? You know, we're supposed to accept criticism.
You take it. You learn from it. You move on. Constructive criticism shouldn't be something to be frowned upon, as long as it comes from a good place.
Right?
You know?
Wasn't that one of the tenets in Comicsgate? It's kind of funny how.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I mean, I wasn't allowed to talk shit about Cody Valiant because I'm a white guy.
What?
Sorry. Never mind.
Oh my god, I laughed so hard. Matt was
Yeah,
able
bro.
to destroy that guy with just 2 words, and I just thought that was amazing.
Dude, that
it's funny.
book,
No,
man.
Dad.
He got dude, he got super upset with me, and like he pulled up the tweets that I had said. I was like, "Why are you so mad?" He was like, "You were talking about Cody Valiant." I was like, "Pull up the tweets." So he did, and like, he's like a retard. I was talking about Eric July, and Dark Gift looked at the tweet and was like, "Yeah, he's talking about Eric July. He's not talking about the artist that made Cody Valiant." And One Gun just had to fucking sit there for a second and realize that he had just like totally misread my tweet the whole time, dude. It was kind of funny.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Context matters, and it's not always easy on a social media platform. In terms of tone.
Like, I said it was like, you guys just keep going after Eric, and what all you're doing is just going after the same black guy on the internet. Like I said, it was like I was clearly talking about Eric. Like I had like set up the pretense. I had said Eric, so then in my next sentence, saying a black guy should have implied the person that I was already talking to, not somebody else who I had never mentioned. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's the other thing with social media, because like you could be as clear as a bell, like you could be crystal clear, and people are always going to find a way to twist it, distort it, and use it as ammunition for whatever point of view.
Looking for an argument, so that they're trying to manufacture clout and drama, just
right.
to get famous or some weird shit.
Well, they just want to stir the pot. You know what I mean? Like, that's the downside.
People come at me for nothing. I didn't even say anything to them, and they make up something that I'm like, what are you talking about?
Well, dude, you're in chats too, so like, God forbid, you're in a chat, or you're witnessed in a chat on a certain stream, then you get lumped in, and it's like, oh well, this guy's this, it's that typical, it's pigeonholing people. You know what I mean? That's what.
Well, I mean, I got called a scumbag because I'm often in Raptor's chat. I'm like, so I'm a scumbag for hanging out in a certain chat. How does that make any sense?
Oh, that's funny, man. Because like I've been around this scene now since 2017, and I'm in a bunch of chats. I've had all sorts of experiences through this stupid, retarded atmosphere we call CG, or whatever you want to call it. And I see a bunch of people in all over everybody's streams. So, I mean, this whole game, like, oh, well, you're over here, so you mean this, or you stand for it's retarded, I mean, the one thing I've learned is being in this space, it's like everybody loves everybody and everybody hates everybody. And depending where you stand on a particular topic, it's going to be taken and used against you. And no matter what you say or how clear you point it out, people are just going to manipulate it and just make it whatever they want it to be. That's why I like coming on these streams and being on panel, because at least like these are my words. Here I am. I mean, nothing against the chat. Yeah, at least you have a chance to, at least like John, like anybody who comes on the stream, like at least we can speak our minds. It's like when you're in the chat, it's a little different than when you come on a panel or if you're on a stream. By the way, thanks for letting me on that.
Yeah. Well, it sucks when like you're blocked in the chat and people just want to start talking shit about you. You're just like, what the fuck?
Yep. Yeah.
But it's fine. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
Even funnier is when you catch someone saying shit about you, but you've been on their show before, but they've obviously forgotten.
Oh. Since you brought is Lord Rap to Jesus? Is he coming back to YouTube?
Well, he was he had a community strike, I think, for 2 weeks, so I'm not sure when he's coming back. He's got some contingency plans in the works, as far as I know.
He launched a
Rumble and Kick. Yeah, he's on Kick too. So I think he's going to start doing multi-streaming from all platforms. And that's the other thing.
Cool for him to live stream on YouTube, download it, and then put it on Rumble.
Well, I mean, Yeah, I think you could do both. I mean, as long as he's not kicked off YouTube, he can multi-stream on multiple platforms at the same time. I just think it's funny that I've heard a lot of criticism over like Wiggle Wiggle, Lord Raptor for taking down their streams, but the funny thing is, again, you know,
I had to as well.
yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying though. It's like
I like went through and like I mean, my first thing was like I started getting community strikes, dude.
Well, dude, we're not the ones
like dumb shit, and it was like, what the fuck? And so
Matt,
I put everything to private, and then went back and was like, okay, this art streams, that's dumb. I'll make that public. My video, you know what I mean? It was like I had to go back and do a lot of shit and make it private because somebody is
well, like, that's what I'm saying though.
Picking shit off.
Matt, but don't you find it ironic that you, Wiggle, Raptor, but a couple other people who, I mean, we're not all bros, friends, whatever, call us what you want, but we all run around the same circle. Isn't it funny that you guys are the ones getting all this struck and we get all the shit for striking other people or being the bad, quote unquote, bad guys, even though you don't see any of those other people getting struck. Nobody on this side of the fence or whatever you want to say is doing the striking here. And that's what I find so ironic. And then I hear criticism because you or Wiggle or Raptor are taking their streams down after the fact. Oh, they're afraid. They're running away. No, we're just sick of your little FAGG, whatever you want to say, people fucking striking your streams. Like, it has nothing to do with running away and we're afraid. It has everything to do with just self-preservation. And if you have these people who are striking you guys, like, why would I keep my stream up? If I did a live stream, I haven't done one in over a year, but like, if somebody's going to hit me, and you could do a stream a year later, somebody will flag it. You know what I mean? So it's like,
I mean, I've never been struck, but then again, I just mostly talk about comic books and stuff, so there's no reason to. But what happens if you strike somebody, like you just instantly go away for 2 weeks? Like, there's got to be.
Well, there's different penalties depending on what they strike you for.
Yeah, but is there okay, this is a hypothetical situation. Don't cut me out of. But say I strike Mike Barr's channel. Now, is he instantly, his channel goes away for 2 weeks? Like, is there a review process? Because that's just that's ripe for abuse. Like, you know what I mean? And is there?
There's nothing against false flagging. So if you flag something and you report it, and they choose not to like follow through with it, there's no repercussion for it. So you're basically free to sit there like a sniper, just picking people off. And if you miss her, you hit. Okay.
So Katie did. Ethan, you're on warning. If I see my face on your channels, I'm flagging you.
Uh-oh.
There you go. How's that?
Well, when you report somebody, they have a list of categories which you can report them for. Now, it could be harassment, bullying. That seems to be the most popular one right now.
Ethan keeps calling me a Jew, so it's anti-Semitism. If
that's bullying, harassment.
You're gonna get flagged. I don't care. Flag me. I'll start all over again. I have a job. I don't depend on YouTube. This is something I do for fun. I'll start over again with 400 subscribers, 500 subscribers, start all over again. So you've been warned. If I see my face on your channel, you're getting struck.
Well, and that's what's funny. It's like, I mean, on this side of the fence, it's like none of us do that because like we all know how to talk shit. We all kind of man up and just handle our business. But it seems like the other side of things, they're the ones who are flagging everything.
Shit.
Like, it's not us.
I struck Katie did for stealing my shit.
Well, that was different though. Yeah, that was different though, Matt, because she just straight up took your fucking video, replayed it, didn't add any commentary, and just stole it.
Wasn't fapping it? Wasn't it just like took a big chunk of it over an hour and just like put
no satire, no commentary, nothing. Yeah,
take that down, please. Could you please take?
And
that
you
down
even asked her to do it.
Like, fuck him. He's Matt Barr. Fuck him. I was like, what the fuck? That's why I'm just like, what?
No, you asked her to do it.
Thing is all from like I didn't want to like take the joke with Riley. Like, oh, Riley's gonna make some jokes, go along with it. Like, what the fuck? No.
How did that Riley shit work out too in the end? Right.
Oh, by the way,
I don't know. He ended up like fucking single and alone eating soup, and now he's trying to like worm his way back into Ethan's good graces.
I want to take credit for them breaking up because I forget what happened, but Riley goes, I got all day. I could go to your job. I said, come to my job. Come to my job. I said, I work at LaGuardia, Terminal 3. Go all the way down to the right. There's a turnstile over there. Go there. Go there tomorrow. Go there whatever day. Just go there. Come on down to the airport. I want to see. And then everybody's like, oh, that's illegal. Telling people about LaGuardia Terminal 3 is illegal. You're a bunch of idiots. And then they said, we're gonna call the Port Authority. I said, okay, call Roy, the guy that I have lunch with twice a month. I've been working with them for 12 years. So come on down. We'll see. Roy, yeah, this guy wants to make fun of me because I don't like his comic books. And so he wants to come down here and act like an idiot. So we'll see how that works out at the port. And then they broke up. He was like, I'm not going to the airport. I don't want to get arrested. So I like to think that she was like, oh, this guy's not the man I thought he was. And now she's going with this psycho Sean who still does that kind of nonsense. So I want credit for the breakup. Come on down. Come on down to the airport. Come down to where I work. That would be the funniest thing in the world. Act like an idiot at the airport. I beg you.
I don't think I did anything wrong at all. I mean, it's like she's not some other creator. She's not some other artist. She's just some fucking person who's like swiping my shit. And then I went and asked her. It wasn't like I instantly was like, that's it. I'm gonna fucking strike this bitch. It was like, hey, could you please take that down?
Yeah, you gave her an opportunity, Matt. You totally did. Dude. Yeah. I was there. I remember that.
It wasn't like, oh, she has 24 hours, nothing. It was like several days, bro, of just like, do you mind fucking not doing that? Nothing. Fuck him. Fuck Matt Barr. And she did it on a Frog Tony stream of like, fuck Matt Barr. I was like, all right, lady.
She's got that. Well, she's got that fucking EVS clout shit going on where she thinks she's like, like hot shit. You'd ask her like what comic book she ever read. She doesn't read comic books, dude. She's the textbook definition of a fake geek girl. you know what I mean?
Did you tell her? Did you tell her? Sorry, we're the same species. You're not her type.
I've seen her husband. I know I'm not a fucking. Never mind.
No, she threatened to like stick her husband on me at one point.
Really?
That. Oh yeah. Oh you don't. Oh yeah.
What is her husband, a labradoodle?
I don't even know. I didn't even bring her husband up, but she was like, my husband, because I was making fun of her. This is when she had to like e-beg for a power cord. Remember that? Like she couldn't go on her family vacation. They didn't have money, and her laptop power cord broke, and so like she ended up getting like $2,000 or whatever, and bought a whole new laptop. And I'm like, honey, you can go to Amazon and get a $15 power cord. And then she tried to tell me, oh no, you need serial number. You need the right serial numbers for a fucking. Yes, you don't remember that, dude? Oh my god.
I vaguely remember that, but I didn't remember that was her like. It's like.
Yeah,
it's like Mandy saying that she's going to the post office on like a fucking like Thanksgiving night or something. You know what I mean?
I just found it was ironic because like at the same time she let the cat out of the bag. She was like, "Well, we're getting ready to do a summer vacation. We barely have any money. Blah blah blah. Climb a fucking river." And meanwhile, she's talking about this power cord. Her power cord broke on her laptop, so she did a GoFundMe or something, and she ended up getting enough money to buy a whole new laptop. It was just a fucking joke. I think the whole thing was a ploy for her to get money to go on vacation, right? Because like a power cord's $15. Now, if you got like an extra $2,000, yeah, you can go on summer vacation with $2,000. You know what I mean?
Oh hell yeah!
That's just my little hypothesis. I'm pulling that straight out my rear end, everybody. But I just found the whole thing. I just found it a little sketchy. You know?
So is
power cords are not that expensive.
No. What's that, John?
Is Lord Raptor Jesus coming back?
Yeah.
I'm not sure when. I think this is like the end of his second week, so I would assume by next week he'll be back.
Stuff. I gotta say, the Katie did snippet for Comicsgate song was my favorite thing. I mean, that's just like a catchy song, but that Mandy song, oh my god, I almost wet my pants. That is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
I can't wait for Wiggle to mail out that trophy.
Yeah. Did he get a PO box or something to send it to? I'm not sure.
It's gonna be hilarious at finding out what the exact reaction to getting that trophy will be. Probably confusion.
Linkovich, I don't think Raptor has done a Kick or Rumble stream. I could look up his Rumble, and I have that power. Let me
He's
see
done
if
a
I
few
can
kick
pull up
streams, I think.
Well, he's done. Well, he simulcasted some Kick streams, but he's been looking to build up his Rumble. So let me see if I can find that shit. If I can, I'll post it in the chat. But yeah, I mean, Desert Nomad, Raptor playing it loose and fast with the Mandy song. Oh, Woodrow. Let me see. I'll post it. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, I've been kind of out of the loop for a little bit. I've been in and out, so I feel like I've kind of missed a lot. So I'm not really sure what's been going on.
I have like very little clue of what's going on, and I'm fucking loving it.
It's kind of good, isn't it? A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to get caught up, but
I left all my chat groups and discords and everything because it's not fun anymore, So
yeah. Especially like reviews of movies that are coming out and stuff. As much as like there's a lot of bad movies out there, but let's hear something positive about some movies that came out or something constructive. It's just like I don't want to jump on watch a stream where it's the same 40 plus year old dudes complaining about a remake of some movie. It's like
I hear you.
I get it. Yeah, it's the same. It's been the same argument since 2015. I get it.
Let's see. Good movie. What was the last good movie you saw?
What's the last good movie I saw?
Oof, good one. I don't know about good one. I saw the new Running Man. I don't know how I feel about it.
I watched the new Running Man.
What'd you think about it? I mean, I like the original better. I'll say that. But
I'd have to say the last the good TV show I saw was the one you and I talked about, the Alien Earth.
Yeah, I still have to watch that. I have to watch that. Yeah, I heard good things.
Even with its problems, it's just like it's pretty good. I hope the second season's better.
I know I'm gonna get hammered, but did you guys watch that the new Game of Thrones? Yeah.
No, I actually have never seen
Knights of Seven Kingdoms or whatever, the one with Duncan Egg. The Duncan Egg.
I watched some of the first episode.
It wasn't bad.
Tony.
I think it's going to be more lighthearted, and I kind of like that because everything in Game of Thrones, that world is pretty, drama and heavy.
Well,
so this one
seems like
it's
going to be. I know the joke is going to get attached to a character.
Incest, so that's good.
I'm a pretty hardcore. Like Game of Thrones ended so badly, I want to have nothing to do with it ever again.
Oh, dude, it's funny you said it because I just over the weekend I rewatched it for some weird reason. Like they did that marathon where you and you get caught and I'll tell you what, man, some of the best fucking battle scenes I've ever seen recorded on film were on Game of Thrones, like Battle of the Bastards, Hardhome.
It was excellent until the last.
I know.
And talking, I want to talk to Wiggles about it because Wiggles, I know he's a tactical miniatures war gamer too. And I'm just like, what kind of idiot puts the catapults on the outside of the walls? You know what I mean? The whole point of catapults is they fling shit over walls. So you put them inside. And then what gets me the maddest is they're all sitting there going, and Jon Snow goes, I wish I knew what the Night King wanted. And the little cripple goes, oh, he wants me. And they're like, what?
Right.
He wants me. You knew this? You knew this. For how long did you do this? This freaking army's coming. Our whole lives are disrupted. It's like, you told me this, I would have put your ass on a dragon and flown you way back up in the north. And when these things are 6,000 miles away, bring you back for a couple of months and just keep flying you back. Just have this army. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the worst tactics in the world.
Or just give them what they want and say, go away now.
Right. Well, he's not going to give his little brother, but like just fly him all the way to the equivalent of the North Pole. Have him sit there, have this army take however many years to march all the way back. And then when they're there, the dragon flies, to the east someplace, have them fucking go all the way, into the other continents. Just it's so stupid. But the catapult thing is unforgivable to me. It's like we're going to put the catapults outside the wall where they could destroy them. And it's just so stupid.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with Bran too, man. Like, I don't know. I kind of was like,
That was the next episode.
hold on.
And who has a better story than Bran? I don't know. How about the guy that died and came back to life?
Right, dude. They did John so fucking dirty, man. Oh, so dirty. So fucking dirty.
Yeah, see, I never watched any of the episodes of Game of Thrones.
But George Martin, he's got to get off his fat ass and finish those books because everybody's like, you got to read them. They're so much better.
I don't think he wants to. Well, that's the thing. The way the series ended, and of course, George became big time Hollywood guy, right? So like, now he's like, he saw the fan reaction to the way that the story ended, and let's be honest, okay? Because I've read the books. The books are different than the series.
I'm sure
there are. Yeah, there are definitely. Like Catelyn Stark, like she comes back, like she dies in the series. Like, yeah, there's like the Night King doesn't play the role that he plays in the show. It's not quite. There's definitely differences, but I think George just saw the fucking end and went like, dude, it doesn't matter what I write. Like, like no one's gonna be happy. I don't know, but
I heard
he sucks.
I heard he said quality takes time, and we're funding his lifestyle. So
where have we heard that before? We've heard that in the CG space, But
just keep giving George Martin money.
I would say it's also hard to end a TV show the right way. If you recall the last episode of Quantum Leap.
Oh God,
yeah,
Quantum Leap,
and Sam just kept fucking jumping. The end.
How about Who's the Boss?
You gotta get it home, right?
Tony, Angela never got married. Jesus Christ!
Yeah. And the whole, what's his name? Jamie Lannister being the Kingslayer, and him sleeping with the sister. The storytelling demanded that he goes and kills his sister. That's the only way his story. He's the Kingslayer. He killed the original king because the original king was going to blow up the city with fire. So he betrayed the king to save the people, and he accepted the bad name that went with it because he's like, I can't explain it, but I knew I did so he did the right thing. So his sister was going to do the same exact thing. So
the character arc for Jamie was unreal because, like you nailed it. But then at the end, he turns around and he goes back to her, and you're like, what the fuck? What?
The satisfying ending was the Mountain and the Hound.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I have to say.
Clegane, you remember me in there, don't you? You remember me.
Dude, there's a lot of foreshadowing. If you watch that series, and that's what I mean. Like, I rewatched it over the weekend. There's so much foreshadowing. And if you're just watching it the first time, you won't catch it. But when you go back and you rewatch it, you're like, there's so many lines. Remember they had this meetup with the Mountain, and Clegane, the Hound, goes up to him and he's like, it's always been me. It's always going to be me. Like there's just so many moments where you're like, holy fuck, they're calling their shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Matt, I love the movement in your drawing. When I was driving home before, who is it? Who are you talking to? I couldn't tell, but he says he loves the fluidity in your art, and I think that's a great observation.
Yeah,
like even that weird ad that you drew for me in my comic, like everything looks like it could move.
It looks good, Matt. By the way, just throwing that out there.
Just fucking around. Somebody
looks
said
good,
Spider-Man 2099. I was like, damn, that's
a good. 2099 was a surprisingly good comic. I avoided it because I hate all these spin-off stories. I just want a good Spider-Man story. But everybody was like, you got to read it. You got to read it. So I think I bought like a full run on eBay, and it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. For an alternate take on a popular character. But
I'd have to look up the costume to fucking.
Really
Yeah, he has
good
like a spider skull on his chest. It's like a mixed
Yeah.
skull. It's because he's like, I think the character himself is Mexican, so it's kind of like a De los Dios, or however you say it, Spider-Man variation. That's good though.
Thanks.
Matt drew. I haven't shown it yet, but Matt drew a cover for Heroic Tales second printing.
See, and I did it. You were Comicscape when I did it, right?
Yeah, you did a lot for me. I was trying to say it in the chat, but I was driving, and for some reason I get nervous when I drive lately, so I didn't want to type while driving. Matt has done logos for me. He's done pages for me. He's done a cover for me. Now he's doing a story. You know, Matt.
There we go.
Matt's been helping everybody. I you know, in some capacity or another, Matt's been there for so many people. You know, and I don't. CG's dead, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I'll go as far as to say, if you declare yourself CG, it's actually a hindrance. You sell less.
Yeah. I heard real quick. I heard some Martina talk. Were you guys talking about Martina earlier?
Martina Marcota, she's awesome. She's the model on the cover of my cosplay cover.
I like Martina, man. I always like Martina.
No, Martina's cool. She's been on my channel.
She ever get her book out?
Her book came out.
Yeah. Yep.
I worked on the book.
Oh, she
I
turned
did
me
a logo
on.
and some of the design.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
No
yeah, my
shit.
name is in her book. So if you have her book.
Oh, I don't think I knew you when I read that book, so I got to go back and check it out now. Yeah, I like Martina a lot. She's been on my channel. Like, I was in her Discord for a while, and you know, it's just like fashion chit chat. So, and I for New Year's I said I just don't want to get involved in any more drama, and then I failed immediately. So you know, nothing personal. I just left every Discord and chat group that I was in, you know, and and she's gonna. I asked her because she does that Lady Alchemy,
right?
So I have an alchemy based villain coming up in a girl villain in one of my comics. So I asked her, can I make it look like you? And she was like, yeah, sure. You know, so she'll get.
I think I remember that. I think I remember seeing that somewhere. Yeah. Was she posed for you for the cover or something?
Yeah. I'll see if I can get an image.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, she does a lot of like arts and crafts. Posts and stuff now.
Like I said, if you check out that cosplay cover that I did, she had a baby like last year, and like look at her waist, it's phenomenal. You know, don't want to sound.
Well, Martina was always look, and I'm not gooning, I'm not simping, but like she was always the hottest one around the space.
I met her.
Let's be honest.
I met her at a party 15. She doesn't remember me because but like I was married, so it's not like I was going up and trying to ask her out. But 3 times in my life, I met women that were so pretty, I was like intimidated to talk to. I talked to anybody, you know, but there was 3 women. One of them was Linda Carter. So like I'm gonna go.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Linda Carter never ages. Yeah, she ages like fine wine. Unlike most.
I met Linda Carter, and I was like, Martina and this other girl, Joanna Constantine, like not Joanna, something Constantine. She's a New York model. They were like the 3 prettiest girls. I just couldn't even talk to them. So I was like, yeah, I was at a party. I went up to you, and then like it was like a force field. I couldn't take another step. She's like, I don't remember you. I said, yeah, I know, because I didn't talk to you.
Fair. It's fair, man. You know,
I
mean,
I'll put this on Twitter so you can see. Oh, Matt's not on Twitter anymore. Okay.
Yeah, Matt got off Twitter.
Really off.
Good for you, man. I mean, I barely log in there much these days, but
I'm back to, you know, it's just comic books and, you know, promoting my channel and things like that. But like lately, I've developed a zero tolerance for nonsense. It's just like, hey guys, Heroic Tales 2 is coming out. Somebody's like, you suck and your comic is a bunch of shit. And then I'm like, okay, so I block this guy. And then I see he's like, somebody's a pussy, can't take criticism. I'm like, that wasn't criticism. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need access to me is not, and then JDA, I blocked him in my YouTube chat. He's like, my constitutional rights. I'm like, I'm not Congress. I'm not Congress. You know, and you want to talk Constitution? It's like I have the right to assemble, meaning I have the right to associate or not associate with whoever I want to. So you don't have a constitutional right to access to my YouTube channel, you fool. So I just got a kick out of that.
And that's what's funny too. A lot of the times, like you got to realize you're dealing with people who can't even make basic distinctions of like what basic terms of definition of things are. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, it's like, all right, I'm censoring, I'm banned. Like, fuck off.
You're censoring me. You're canceling me.
Yeah, it makes no fucking sense, everybody's a racist, everybody's this or that. Like, words don't even matter on social media, I find these days. So, and I have no problem, like, even if I don't agree with people, like if we can have a dialogue and a discussion, even if we can agree to disagree, like that's one thing. But like you said, John, it's like when they're just like, fuck you, you suck, fuck off. It's like, well, where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? It's like, all right, bye, fuck you. Like what do you want me to do?
It's supposed to be like a fun thing. You know what I mean? Right. It's supposed to be a fun thing. And it's like, fuck you. If I was walking down the street and somebody said, F you, you suck, you're a piece of shit. It's like, all right, I don't want to talk to that guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's so stupid. Like you don't have I don't know, you're a pussy, man. This guy doesn't want to engage. It's like, no, like why do I want, like I go to a party and I walk into a room and a guy goes, you suck. I'm just like, all right, I'm going to another room. That guy's a pussy. He doesn't want to stand here and be told that he sucks.
Yeah, but at this point it's like I'm not even going to another room. I'm just kind of leaving the whole place.
Yeah.
I don't even be in the same fucking building, dude.
Yeah. So
it's not even worth your time. You know what I mean? Like it gets to that point where it's like, all right, it's like we could talk about
arguing with like people who like don't even have their real names out there.
Well, I mean, Matt,
it's time to dox, but it's just like there's only so much like back and forth. You're just like,
well, I mean, Matt, we could sit here and go
like a energy vampire, dude.
Well, yeah. I could say Game of Thrones is great, and you could say no, it sucks, and we could sit here and debate like why we think our points are valid. But at the end of the day, as long as we're making valid points and trying to support our argument, that's fine. Well, but it's like you can't do that with these people though. Like these people don't operate like that. You know what I mean? Like
your name is Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Chris, like you like, oh, did you watch the new Game of Thrones? Game of Thrones is an idiot and you're a PDF now. It's like,
yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, thank you for you got right to the point where I don't want to talk to you anymore. So thank you for not wasting my time. And then like you're like
argue with them on X.
He doesn't want to engage. Yeah, he's a pussy. It's like you're a retard.
If you argue with them on X, you're arguing with them for hours.
It'll never end. Like, it'll never end. Yeah, it can never end. Yeah,
you could be doing something with your time instead of like say something and all of a sudden, ding, you gotta reply again. Ding, you gotta reply. Just like you could be doing something with your time.
Absolutely. And I think that's kind of what we're getting at is exactly that. It's like, am I going to go on Twitter? Fuck me, fuck you, no, fuck you, no, fuck me. Okay, no, fuck you. Like, who cares?
Like, there's a couple of people that gave me some negative feedback, but they were. It seemed like they were honest about it. They read it and stuff. That's fine. I didn't block them.
That's fine. No, that's fine. That's what I mean. You're actually you're talking on terms that actually are relevant and matter. It's not just like you said, like, fuck you, your art sucks, you're a piece of shit. Like, okay, thanks. Okay, bye.
Hey Matt, share my screen.
I'm fucking drawing.
I know you drawing Sword Eagle too. I love Sword Eagle. But we were talking about Martina. I just gotta show people this is she
Now you've done it, Chris. Now you've done it.
Dude, I saw this. This is dope, though. It is pretty cool.
Not Chris. I mean John. Damn it. Words are hard.
Am I not seeing it? I see it, and I hit. It should be on there.
It's not on
It's
the
not.
screen.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Where is it?
I don't know.
are you presenting, John? Do you ever present?
There it is. Tell me that's not great. People like you got to make a cosplay cover. You know, look.
I'll allow it.
She just had a baby. Look at that. You know, I think she, you know. Yeah,
I like the makeup that she did with this.
I like the haircut.
Yeah,
Got
it's
she's got
kind
the
of
bangs.
70-ish, you know, kind of like
Yeah.
And a Jones
rosy
like,
faced, you know, she's not like all vamped up. She almost looks like she's from Southern California or something, you know.
you know, because Mary Sue is Chinese, and that's literally her haircut. So she that's a wig. She took all of her hair and she pulled it back. So if she was to turn sideways, she would look like Alien. You know what I mean? Like the hair would be in the back. So she had to face forward to create the illusion. But she looks like everything except the scar. You know. So I just sent her a T-shirt. I was like, "Can I send her a T?" I was like, Martina, can I send you a T-shirt and pose?" I was just trying to sell T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I put this up, people were like, "Oh, I'll buy that as a cover." So I was like, "All right, I'll do it." It's funny because she sent me these Polaroids. There's something like sleepy about Polaroids.
Uh-oh. Hit the deck. No.
No, they're all
disavow.
It's all this. So yeah. So I was like, "Do you mind if I?"
like incriminating evidence.
I was like, "Do you mind if I, you know, make a character about you? You know."
If those wings could fly.
So she's super cool.
Yeah, no, man. I mean, you know, I follow her on Twitter, so I see her stuff on.
Yeah, I follow her on
and
Twitter
it's fun.
too. You know, it's just we were on Kiwi Farms, and her name wasn't in her account anywhere. You know.
Does she still?
So
do
I
the
said
show,
something, and she said something back, and I guess I was already in a combative mode because it was Twitter or because it was Kiwi Farms, and
Twitter is it?
I fucking clapped back, and it was like, "Hey, don't clap back so hard. It's me, Martina," and I was like, "Oh, my bad. Hey."
I'll tell you what.
Can I show you? Can I share this? Here's a first appearance, first time revealing something that Matt drew. Check that out. That's going to be the second printing cover for Heroic Tales. Now, does anybody get what this is?
I don't know, but the color for the lettering almost reminds me of London Calling.
That's it.
Oh, that's right. Wow.
That's
I know my shit.
I took London Calling, and I was just like, "Oh man!" So I called up Matt. I was like, "Could you draw like a variation of a patriarch like London Calling?" And I know Matt's an old school punk. He knew exactly what I was talking about. And then
London Calling.
I did call it like that. Too. Yeah, I can't wait.
Don't tell Peter Gilmore. He'll say pink is bad now. Remember the whole purple thing.
Purple.
yeah. He'll say pink is bad too.
That was Dan Lawless. And the funny thing
that was Dan. Yeah, that was Dan. You're right.
Dan Lawless he had a comic called Agent of Law. And guess what? He had a white costume with gold trim and a purple cape. Sound familiar? It's literally the same color scheme as the patriarch. And this guy's saying that no professional ever used purple. So I guess
was the dumbest shit.
Dan Lawless is not a professional.
Dude, that was the dumbest shit.
Yeah, well, he is
really fucking stupid of him to fucking say that. Like,
he got so ratioed on Twitter for that, man. Yeah, he got so ratioed too.
And he kind of like doubled down a little bit, but
yeah,
that was wild, bro.
Sometimes you got to just go, yeah, I was wrong. I'll tell you what, you get a lot more respect, man, when you make a mistake and you can own up to it and be like, yeah, I fucked up. I said something stupid, my fault. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'll give you much more respect than somebody who doubles down. That's just me, maybe, but that was a stupid comment he made.
Yeah, well, that's because he was told to say something. Because what happened? He was on Katie Did's channel, and they were like talking, and they're like, "Oh yeah, from the chat. Remember the purple cape?" And they're like, "Yeah, the purple cape." So like, this is something they were talking about in chat, and Katie Did's agreed. And it's like, Katie, purple cape like Magneto.
I know. Well, she doesn't read comic books, so she has no clue.
Right,
That's
that's
a
a
clue. Gambit, and they were all just like, Gambit, that's gay. He's a gay character, and it was like, what? Oh, he throws cards, so dumb. Like, it was insane to be like. Wait,
it's funny how that wasn't gay or dumb for how many years up until that. Yeah, I know.
Nobody thought Gambit was gay. Nobody ever was like, yo, I wonder if this character's gay. Like, he was smashing all the chicks.
It was just, dude. Well, it's another point that I try to make with especially with the social media stuff. It's like people will just fit whatever narrative they want just to try to prove their point and not back down. There's this fear of like, oh, I can't back down, so I'll say literally the stupidest shit just to try to support my fucking weak, pathetic argument. When it's like, dude, just be like, yeah, man, you're right. Fuck. You know, I mean, you get a lot more from me anyway. Like I said, you get a lot more respect from me when you can at least admit, like, yeah, I fucked up. I said, you know, what I said was, I say stupid shit. I'm not perfect. I'll be the first one to tell anybody. If look, I have opinions. I'm not always right. And if I'm wrong and people can prove me wrong, I'll be the first one to be like, you're right. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
dude.
Yeah. I mean, like, what the fuck? None of us are perfect, man. Last time I checked, we're all human beings. And I don't think one human being is perfect. So, you know. It's really just about respect. Yeah, you gotta own it, man. I mean, that's my biggest problem with a lot of the CG stuff is like they just double down, triple down, quadruple down on everything, and it's like, you know, this whole us versus them bullshit mentality. And it's like, and then you combine all their late books and their lack of customer service, and they don't respond to people. And then they turn it around like we're the bad guys. And it's like, well, why are we the bad guys? I mean, the whole movement was built off fucking customer service. This isn't a creator movement. This was supposed to be a fan customer service movement. I feel like that script just got flipped. Yeah. And it's just, yeah, it's totally fucked up, man. We're not the bad guys. We're not the bad guy, you know.
But, oh yeah, no, I never had that moment of like, am I fucking doing this wrong? Like, not at all. Yeah. Like, I know, like, deep down that it's like I'm arguing with people who do some seriously heinous shit. I'm arguing with people who, like, when they're not arguing with me, they're just doing some gross degenerate shit, you know. So. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I thought that's what Comicsgate was about, was like people going, what the fuck is going on with mainstream? Like that was the initial, you know, just like, why is the mainstream acting like a bunch of groomers? And then, you know, even with Shane Davis, like promoting LGBTQ youth shit, you know, like that's some grooming weird shit. And we were all like, that's fucking weird. And now, like, grooming is okay. Lolly is okay. People
it was never like that.
Promote cuties is now on the biggest Comicsgate stream, has people who like promote cuties. It's like
it was never like that for the first, like I said, I've been around here since like maybe 2017 ish, and for the first three to maybe up until like 2021, I felt like, whatever you want to call this thing, the movement, quote unquote, or whatever, I thought it did a good job at kind of like policing a lot of the weirdos out. But it seemed like as the book sales went down, the books started getting later and later, and maybe the viewership started to slip a little bit. It became, like I said, instead of like comic book creators who did streams to promote their books, it became more YouTube streamers instead. Yeah. You know? And it became about the drama, the super chats, the blood sports. And look, I mean, and Ethan has made this point, and I know he was in the chat earlier. Fatty, what's up, Fatty? Unblock me, you faggot. Sorry.
Yeah, no, he can be in the chat as long as he wants. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no. I know he's probably dipped out.
Block you? Why do you want to talk? You know, who cares? You know, it's like somebody on the internet is a jerk. Who cares? Like, I don't.
Well,
you know,
what are we gonna do? Bring up Katie's fucking
he's nobody.
Underage fan fiction. Come on.
He's actually a hindrance. He's an albatross around your neck. You're associated with him. You get left. I will say this: anybody except for the Kings, and even their numbers are going down. Anybody promoted by Comicsgate who wasn't a 30-year pro, are they still making comics? Like, only the people that left are still making comics.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, well, I'm just Look, man, I'm not a creator. I'm pretty much a nobody, but I was a pretty big backer of CG for a
Yeah.
long time.
All of us
And
were. All of us were, and we got chased away.
yeah. I mean, I had a meeting with Ethan on a stream once, and that's where it all went down. And at the time, I was, a fan. Like I had backed this stuff, and you know, with Ethan, you got to realize, like when he goes on a camera, it's like lights, camera, action. So like you're not really talking. Like I was talking to him like a serious person, like one would talk to somebody like one on one, man to man type of thing.
That's unfortunately my experience when I
right.
talked to him at the cigar party. On camera, he's like, "John's long box. Why don't you come on my channel?" And then afterwards, he's rolling his eyes and acting like we're at a freaking party. And oh my god, I talked to somebody at a party. How dare I?
Well, and that's the thing. When they have a stage personality, and then they have a real life personality. And in the minute I tried to deal with him on the panel on the stream I was on, it was like I could tell within a second that like this guy's a fake phone. He's acting like a phony fake. I'm not going to get anywhere. And that honestly that pissed me off.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Like Ethan, he didn't piss me off necessarily with the way he was acting. Maybe a little, like I don't know, like I could just tell I was getting this phony fake bullshit, and that pissed me off. Not necessarily what he was saying or anything in particular. It was just like this guy, and it's like they said, don't meet your heroes, right? Because 9 out of 10 times you're going to be disappointed. You know what I mean? And it was like, oh, this guy's full of shit. I'm like, dude, I'm a serious backer. I backed a bunch of your shit. I'm trying to talk to you seriously, like one-on-one, and you're blowing it off and making a joke of it. Like, fuck you. Like, what the fuck? You're a piece of shit. That's kind of how I look at it. And he immediately refunded anything he hadn't delivered to me. He auto refunded. I didn't even ask for the refund. He just automatically, like, I checked my bank account and like it was auto refunded. I'm like, well, thank you. And then he blocked me from his chats. He banned me. He banned me on Twitter. I'm like, what a little bitch. What a little bitch.
Why do you want? Again, I'm not judging.
I'm nobody, John. I'm nobody. I'm just a dude in the chat.
Why do you want access to a little bitch? It's like, move on. You're 10 steps ahead. That's just an anchor thrown behind you.
Yep. Yeah. Well, it's just, it's tough, man, because I've met many. I'm a musician, right? Or at least in another life, I taught and I played a lot when I was younger. And I met a ton of musicians. I'm not going to name drop, whatever, who gives a shit. But I always had good interactions with these people, meeting them and stuff. So I kind of figured like comic creators, like art, especially people you're backing and you're funding and shit, like, at least like, I'm not saying we got to be buddy or I got to be, right, on the inside, but like, at least you get to like a motive, like a little bit of like respect, and like this guy just totally came in and just like shit all over it. And it was like, well, dude, you're a piece of shit. Now I know why fucking DC fucking canned you. He talks about being canceled. That's such crap. It's like, dude, you're an asshole. You were slow, lazy, and nobody wanted to deal with you.
I've interacted and met a lot of other artists and creatives, and these are some of the first people who were just like fucking douchebags.
Total douchebags.
Malin, Shane, just fucking dicks.
Whiny crybabies. They're whiny little crybabies.
And it's like, get off your pedestals. If you were really that good, you'd still be in the industry. You saw the industry was going to shit and you allowed it to happen. So stop acting so fucking uppity.
Oh, dude. They are the biggest whiny little crybabies. They have their little sewing circle too. Like that's the thing. Like they've whittled down that Comicsgate movement to what, like 4 people? Like Mandy, John, Shane, and Ethan. Like, and then Dale's like that was the funny part when Ethan brought Dale on. Like Ethan literally thought he was gonna have Dale working for him, and then he found out that like Mandy sunk her horse hoofs into Dale, and then like Ethan really wanted nothing to do with Dale. Because I remember that stream. Ethan was like, "Oh, I got this new guy. I'm introducing to you guys." Blah blah blah. He made this big hype about Dale, and he brought Dale on, and then Dale just like, got mandied. He got mandied, So they got to keep Dale poor. That's Ethan's strategy with Dale. Keep him poor. You know.
I mean, other people are saying that Dale Kuhn is the dumbest person in comics.
Who's that?
I think it was like Rob Liefeld was like, yo, he tried to sue me 3 times or something.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, that's the dumbest guy I've in comics.
Old Dirty Fatty says, are you guys saying Evan is a narcissistic sociopath? Yeah. I am. Yeah, he totally is. Yeah.
And I'm saying if you could avoid him, do it. If you don't need him, then don't bother.
No. Well, he'll make fun. See, that's the thing with him too, because like I remember on Twitter somebody posted like a screenshot of all the people he's fucked over or had a falling out with. And it was like literally like it was 2 screenshots long of names, you know? And it's like Ethan is so full of shit too, because like he loves everybody's work until they have a falling out. And then all of a sudden they all become shit, right? All their work, they're shit. Oh, it's crap. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like,
dude, I was like, oh, Matt Barr, he's top 5 people of indie comics. And then as soon as like we have a falling out, he's like, yeah, Liam Gray's the best artist. Matt Barr just sucks. Matt Barr can never draw. And it was like...
He has no credibility. He had no credibility at all. Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to his opinion.
About Liam Gray is if people just ceased to talk about him, he would cease to exist.
Exactly. I know.
I don't know.
You know, like he's going to pop up every once in a while, but like just ignore him and he ceases to exist. He's like a supernatural creature. He exists on like attention, like that sustains him. Just ignore him and don't give him anything to talk about. Don't give him I had Richard.
No, I think you need to give him the attention so that he doesn't self-hurt himself or the people around him. Like you need to feed him like a steady stream of like interactions so that he's.
I think it's part of his plan. I think he likes it. He pretends he doesn't, but
that's his manipulation grip. But right now, there's somebody that I never met who's going to kill himself unless they get attention. It's none of my business. It's not my responsibility. You know what I mean? I'm so what Liam is. He's just like a vampire. You know, I had Richard Embry on my channel last week, and he just said that Comicsgate is just a bunch of victims. And that's it. He goes, that's all they are. They're all victims. Pity us. We're victims. Buy our comics. We're victims. We're victims.
Right.
Giving them attention and
cancel culture. Fight the left. Yeah.
Now one of them is talking about, oh, I'm so talented. I love this. This is my passion. I can't wait. I'm so excited to show you this. Like I can't stop writing stories. Like Matt asked me for 1 story. I'm going to send him 4 because it's fun.
Funny how fast and willing Liam is willing to sell out. He gets bullied by Ethan and JDA for 2 years, maybe more, and then all of a sudden Ethan welcomes him back, and he just forgets all that mysteriously. Right.
So I'm just saying, just ignore him, and then it's just him shouting on a YouTube channel with the dwindling audience. Who cares if he's talking about me? I'm not listening to him. You know, it doesn't matter.
He's another one I had to get a refund from. I'm 0 for 2 with Ethan and Liam.
He's like it's like a ghost. He's like an illusion. If you stop believing in him, he ceases to exist.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, don't. It's like putting gas on the fire. Don't give him the gas.
Right.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's the way I feel about Comicsgate. You want to put me on Trashcast and talk to me? Good. It's 2,000 people that weren't going to buy my comics. They're not into comics. Who cares? I'm sure maybe somewhere in the recesses of the internet, there's another group who doesn't like me also. And I don't know they exist and it doesn't affect me. So go ahead.
Well, John and Matt, you've had EBS's scorn more than me, but I've been brought up on his stream a little bit. Tim, you got to get to work, buddy, man. You're falling behind. You got to get under Ethan's skin a little bit.
Well, I've only had 1 time.
I'm kidding.
Oh, well. Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I just want. I haven't been under his skin enough, I guess.
But who cares? It doesn't affect me.
No, not at all. I mean, shit. I mean, look, I don't have anything for say. I know you guys, you and Matt, you guys, you do work and stuff, so it's different. But yeah,
but he doesn't. So he tells his group of people who weren't my backers and supporters not to support me anyway. So okay, great. Great. Doesn't matter.
It's almost like a promotion though, because for every one Ethan fan, there's a fan that doesn't like him. So it's like when he says shit like that, it's not like
that's true. Maybe he could Eric July me into
exactly. It's almost like a fucking endorsement. Yeah.
And it's funny watching all of these. Like Frog Tony brought me on his channel. I didn't realize he was trying to ambush me. And I just like laughed it off. And I thought we were cool. And next thing you know, like. He didn't talk about me for like 6 months or so. And next thing you know, I guess he got his marching papers and he was told to talk about me again. And it's like, who cares?
Well, he's what we call a servant of the EBS army, right? You got K Diddy,
I don't think
Frog
he is
Tony.
anymore,
Oh no.
Yeah, no. I think
broke
that's
away?
what like Dark Gift, I guess, tweeted about Ethan calling out Frog Tony, saying he's not part of Comicsgate anymore, and
Oh god,
Tony being like, Tony Dark Gift like, oof.
When was Frog Tony?
Shit.
Dude, I've been around since 2017. This Frog Tony motherfucker, like, I never remember him. Like, dude, I've been around for like almost 10 years now. Like, when did this motherfucker show up? When was he ever?
He showed up at the beginning of the
new CG.
Yeah, the Eric July shit. I think that's why he showed up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. CG really, and I'm bringing up Patrick Thomas Parnell, not because of him personally, but that was like that whole Dungeoneer shit. What was that, like 2023, summer 2022, 2023? That really was a striking point, I think, in that movement where, and I'm not sticking, like I said, I'm not really sticking up for Patrick either, but a lot of shit went down around that time. And it just highlighted, because up until that point, CG artists, everybody was all for one for all. We're all trying to help each other promote. We're all trying to network.
Yeah.
And then it all fell apart. Like right at that point, it just seemed to Kelsey Shannon, he left. He was like, fuck this. Like it just went to shit and it just got worse. I could be wrong. I don't know.
It was like the worst possible timing too, because Rini took off.
Wall
started working for Mark Miller.
Camel Moon and all that.
It was
Bancroft bailed after.
This was basically the Dungeoneers schism.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And now I know some people don't like PTP. I got no problems with them. Like he's a personal friend of one of my friends. So
yeah, I don't have a problem with the guy either. Yeah, I'm just
it's like
I spit on that name.
Yeah, I know, Matt.
Matt, that's right. Yeah.
But other people can have problems with other people. That you know what I mean. That's that. I work.
It is what it is, right?
Right. But like it could have been so much better with all of this talent working together. Just imagine if Eric July, like I don't think he would have been like a CG guy, but like a friend, and not an enemy.
Matt, no. Well, here's the thing.
All PTP had to do was not lie. His lies caught up with him. All of his lies caught up with him, and he got pushed out. And then his final hurrah was posting AI artwork as his glow up, and he got busted.
Oh, really?
His ego got inflated, I think, a little bit too with the ballers and everything. He thought. Like I don't know behind the scenes. I saw the documentary and stuff it just seems like Pat, like his ego got a little inflated behind the scenes with how he dealt with a lot of those people. I can't say for sure. I'm just going off of what I read and what I've heard. But and then like I did see the stream Pat did when he fucking like he's like I disavow CG. Fuck, like my business is different than me, and like he did all this big huge stream where. He basically kicked rocks and he told everybody to piss off.
Dude,
so I do remember that.
He was trying to blame the Dale Keown thing falling apart on me. Like it was crazy, dude. People were like sending me shit where it was like, yeah, Matt's bragging about breaking up the Dale Keown pit job. And it's like, no, I didn't.
Matt did a fucking great documentary on a lot of that stuff, by the way. I know he gets shit on because, of course, when you do a documentary and put people's clips and posts and interviews and actually put statistical factual things down, he got a lot of shit for it from the pro Ethan side, but he did a really good job covering a lot of that.
Al Hazmat did a documentary on me. I had no idea until people started alerting me. I was like, oh God, no, another jerk is making fun of me. That's all. It was like pro me. I was like, oh, thanks.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, Hazmat, like people can say, oh, he's this, he's that. But like at the end of the day, I think he's more balanced than people will give him credit for.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
If anything, I don't think he didn't dig hard enough. There was more stuff he could have put in about how nasty.
Oh, I'm sure. And he would probably agree with you. Yeah, he'd probably agree with you too.
Yeah, I like Al Hazmat. Yeah, he's a good guy. But I was like,
he's a good guy.
I got to admit, for 30 minits, I'm like, do I watch this? Do I watch this? Do I want to see this?
You're cringing. Yeah, you're like, what do I do? Yeah.
And my wife still won't watch it.
I had a big breakdown on a Finatra stream with Katie Did, and I know people don't like Vicky around here, or maybe some do, whatever. I'm kind of like, I like Vicky, man. I mean, I get it, like whatever.
I don't understand what happened. She was cool, and now she's willing to hang out with Katie Did. She's willing to hang out with.
No. I don't think she likes Katie Did, though. No. I still don't think she likes Katie Did. But all right. So going back to it, so like real quick, like I was on a Finn stream and she was timing me out in chat, like blocking me, and it took other mods. Like she would block me for like a day, and then like another mod would block me for 10 seconds to override it, and she kept doing it. So like I went on a stream one day to bitch her out, and I don't even know where I'm going with this, but
it's funny. I got to apologize to Matt because he was 100% right, and I didn't listen to him. But I was going on Katie Did's channel to promote. And Matt was just like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, Matt. I got a business. I got to promote. I got to promote. I'll go on anybody's channel." And he's like, "You'll regret it." And so Matt, you get your free. I told you so. If whenever you want, you can cash anytime you want. But even she did a live review of my comic, and I think she missed the point. I think it was her not understanding what Bronze Age comics meant. She thought it meant all ages or children's comics, and it wasn't, clearly not. Like that to me, I chalked up as a newbie, and being a newbie is not particularly a bad thing. Everybody has to start. She overreacted on one of my panels, and to her defense, I said, you know what, I almost pulled that panel myself because I thought it was too much.
But she really enjoyed Godlike. That's what I don't understand, the levels of like. So Godlike is next level shit.
Right. Wait, Katie said that? Yeah,
well, let me finish the story with Katie did. So we talked privately after this, and she said, "Oh, you're cool. I'll get you next comic." And I said, "I accept all your criticism. I don't think your criticism is wrong." And that's the way it ended. I thought I was friendly with her, and next thing you know, they're like laughing at me. I'm like, so that just pisses me off. If you don't like somebody, don't like them to their face.
Well, John, you got to realize, like I said, she's another one of those serving the EBS army.
Right.
Once they're in that army,
So I guess I'm naive. No,
it's not you. It's just that's what happens. You have to learn to identify the people you can trust with their opinions and not. Unfortunately, and the worst part is like you said, you were off camera and you were talking to her, and you still couldn't take what she said at face value because like she's just going to turn around and post some clip about you and show it to Ethan, and Ethan's going to use it against you.
Right.
I defended Shane Davis. I was the only person who talked about I like Starlight Cats. I was like, it was a children's book, but and then Mandy, I never said anything about the comics because I hated them all. They're garbage. They're unreadable nonsense.
Wart the Wizard. I remember that piece of shit.
It was the first comic I couldn't finish. 58,000 comics. That was the first comic I just couldn't finish. But I didn't want to because she said it was basically a story to her kids. So I was like, I don't want to say anything.
Hardcore pornosaurus, guys.
I never read that. And she was on my channel, and she won me over. She was charming. We had a fun. I was like, I'd like her to come back. We talked about role playing games, and I was impressed. She knew her stuff,
right?
And now she's talking shit about me. I'm like,
it just goes to show you how fake people can be.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Right. So I was just like, God, I should have listened to Matt. Matt, you get 3 I told you so's whenever you want. You can cash them in.
But that's the well, you know what? We all live life. We all learn lessons along the way, and the biggest thing is just learning to identify those people where they just can't be trusted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, things are different. Okay. Yeah. We've been on panels before. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. It's just you got to learn. The longer you're here, and that's the whole thing. It's like, dude, you can smell a turd when it's coming a mile away after a while, right? So like when this K Diddy popped up on the stream, like on in the zeitgeist, it's like immediately forget the dog shit. All right, we'll forget the dog stuff. But like immediately I'm like, okay, Mint, Riley, like all these people coming in, like I'd already been around this like for years. Yeah. Like we've seen these types of people come and go. And these are not benefits to the movement. Like these are not people who are reputable. They're not promotable. They're not people who are going to advance anything. And I just love it because like you listen to Katie and she's like, I'm here to promote comics, guys. I'm like, bitch, you're like 6 years late. Like that ship sailed like 2 years ago before you even got here. Like, what do you, I mean, good for them if they want to promote this shit. Unfortunately,
but there's no books going on, dude. There's like
they're all on hold, and then they're taking their shit off Indiegogo. Like Mandy just fled. Like all those people waiting for what is it? Super Dead 2, Jack the Ripper, Gem Shock. Now you got the Dale book. She's got like 4 fucking books, right? Like just in limbo. She doesn't respond to email. She doesn't post updates. She doesn't fucking like take any customer service. Like these assholes have the balls to sit there and go, "Oh, the economy's bad. That's why people aren't." Oh, bitch! Like no,
they're not going to order pizza if you're not delivering the first pizza.
Dude, I could have a kid, right? Today, like 6 years ago, who's in fucking first grade before Ethan got his fucking Rainbow the Brook. Look, and I like Dan. He's a nice guy, but fuck Dan, because you know what, Dan? Your passion project, Black Flag, is now in April. It'll be 6 years since that book was funded. That I went and checked the other day because I spent maybe $250, $300 on T-shirts, all sorts of goddamn bullshit, and it got funded April 25th, 2020. Dude, it's 2026.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything bad because I do like Dan, but yes.
I like Dan, but come on, man. Dude, he does black. Meanwhile, he's doing streams where he's just sitting there drawing a fucking character. I'm like, motherfucker. And like, dude, he's still inking. Bro, you're still fucking inking?
Last time I saw it, he was like, yeah, I'm halfway through thumbnailing it. And it was like, what?
Dude, it's 6 years, bro. I could have a kid going to like almost second grade. What the fuck? It's unexcusable. This whole quality takes time bullshit, guys. It's not
take time. I'll buy that. But these European guys, there's a term for what they do. They put out one hardcover book a year, and it's absolutely beautiful, top quality artwork. You know what I mean? Like
it's amazing what you can do if you make things a priority. Right? You know what I'm saying?
But that's their job. They're making. I'm looking. I don't want to pull it up, but like the guy, like Tex Ritter. He does these Western. Well, the character's called Tex. It's a Western book. It's a big hardcover book once a year, and it's like Mobius quality. It's so freaking good. But this is what these guys do. They commit to the bit. You know, one of my biggest things. I had a little tiny exchange with Graham Nolan about it. I'm like, I'm not funding your lifestyle. I don't care about your lifestyle. You care about your lifestyle. That and you're supposed to. Me. Don't tell me what I'm spending my money on. I'm spending my money to buy a comic book. I want the freaking comic book. So when I see you living it up at the casino and eating top cakes and buying cars or whatever, and I don't have my book, you just prove to me that I'm a sucker. You know, because I want all that stuff too, but I'm going to the airport and it's freezing out right now, and I'm out in the cold up on the roof of a freaking building. I'm down in the tunnels where the homeless people are pissing on tools and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Nobody cares about my lifestyle. Like you're not Leonardo Da
Vinci. Yeah, right. Yeah.
You're a guy that draws a fucking frog. Who the fuck are you to fund
and I'm not trying to minimize like the work and the art. But like, dude, we're not like I said, I drive to work. I see people build massive skyscrapers in less time it took them to make a book.
Empire State Building took a year to build.
I know. It's just like, come on, man. Like, and look, it'd be one thing if you like, and my biggest problem is getting back to the customer service aspect. It's like, you don't post updates, you don't respond to people, you don't give refunds, you don't do all this stuff. And it's like people are willing to put their money out there to like you were saying, like fund, we're funding their living. It's like, no, you should be working on your those funds are to make the book. Anything that's left afterwards is yours. That's your reward. But like, we're not here to pay your fucking grocery or your electric bill,
That's your pay.
Well, I mean, for a certain extent, it's like, hey, I would like to make this book, and I am going to pay myself a reasonable salary of $200 a page. Right?
That's fair.
That's fair, right? But it's like you need to hustle to make that happen.
Exactly, dude.
You
if
know
I
mean?
owed,
not like,
yeah.
I'm gonna no. It's like,
Matt, if I owed you $10, if I owed you $10, Matt, I would be so guilty. I'd feel so guilty I didn't pay you back that $10. Imagine if you took $250,000 from people 6 years ago. Like, I can't even fathom that.
It's not even that. Okay, like I know Matt's a professional artist. He gets a page rate and stuff like that. So he's thinking like that. But I'm thinking, what can I live on per week? So like, it's like, all right, for my imaginary scenario, I put out a comic book. I raised $100,000. That's pretty decent for a blue collar guy like me. Now, if it takes 6 years, how much money is that per week that I actually make?
That's what I'm saying. Then you're like knocking it down to where it's
right.
Like,
that's McDonald's money.
You're working. Yeah, you're like, okay, well, it took me a year to finish this 4 pages. Well, then how many hours was that?
Right.
You're paying your like that original $200.
So
that you like planned. You're now like getting like 10 cents an hour or something. Like it's
right.
I saw it.
You made $450,000 on Cyberfrog 6 years ago, dude. Become a construction worker. You make more than that. You know what I mean? That sounds nice, but if you delivered the book and then worked on another one within the next year, and then you made another $400,000 per year, now you're making some money. But
see, that's supposed to be the idea of like,
right,
okay, I raised,
and I made.
If you can make a couple of million a book, and you have a career, a 20-year career in the comic books, like you should be fucking churning out 2 books a year.
And that was the agreement.
And
that was the agreement with CG when it first started. In the beginning, crowdfunding was a fairly new concept. So, of course, there was going to be learning, trials, tribulations, especially for the creators, right? Getting their footing, figuring out how to make a book, how to print it, how to get it shipped. Like, it was understood in the beginning that, like, yeah, there's a learning curve, right? But over time, especially with the more successful people like Ethan Van Sciver, hate to keep bringing him up, but you would think he would get better at it, right? Especially since he made so much extra money off of off his campaigns. So, like, that to me, they got fat and lazy. They didn't get better. They didn't get agile. They didn't refine. You know what I mean?
They did buy this stuff. He did. He had a warehouse. He was hiring people. Like, hey, look at the warehouse.
But then he probably bought cars, put his kid through college. Went to the casinos, went to Phillies game. Like, I can only imagine all the extra money that he took from that, and he blew through it. And Eric July made a really good point. I don't really watch the guy, but I saw something, and he said, "Dude, you gain nothing from sitting on a campaign. Get your book done. If you can get it done, the quicker you can get it funded and it closes, get it done. The longer you wait, the worse it is.
Get it in people's hands. Get it out. Get it out the door.
Yeah.
Start the next one. Get it. I just did the math. He made $36 an hour.
Right.
In 5 years for a $500,000 campaign. Dude, I make more than that.
Right. And then you got taxes, you got your health care, right? You got to pay for. And
I could go to the dentist for free anytime I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you look at the tariffs too. Like, a lot of these guys, like, they sat for so long, and it's like all their publishers and their printers are overseas. Like, look at the toys for Ethan, those fucking piece of shit cars.
I went with the printer in Michigan. I was like, there's no way I'm going to overseas because
right. Yeah.
So I got a printer. I call them up. They're like, "Hi, John." They're two nice ladies. They're super helpful. Man, I must have drove them crazy my first comic. But the Comics Wellspring, great customer service. I recommend them. If you see my comic, you know how great it looks. Why go?
Wait, your books aren't printed backwards? I'm kidding. Like a certain.
No, it's white boy manga, so it's upside down, backwards.
Yeah. It's Ukrainian manga. It's printed right way.
So I did 80 pages in 1 year, 2 comics in 12 months. So now my goal is to do 81 pages this year. Nothing crazy, but now that I know what I'm doing, and then every year I'll try to up the page count. I think that's how you grow your business. Can you imagine your pizzeria and you're just like, I'm gonna make less pizza every year. That's a successful business.
No, this is like
make it take longer to make pizza.
I make the best pizza. I'm gonna sell you the premium pizza, and you're gonna wait for it. And while the guy across the street is delivering pizza, I'm not gonna make the pizza for you. I'm gonna stand outside and talk shit about this other guy making pizza.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, hey, this is Ethan's Pizza. This is premium pizza. I have been making pizzas for 20 years. This is premium pizza, okay? Premium pizza.
All right,
I'm not going to work on it. I'm going to go stand out in the parking lot of another guy's pizza shop and yell
bitch at him.
And bitch at him while he ignores me and gets better at making pizza.
That's totally right. That's totally right.
Your hand is worth 2 in the bush. I got comics in my hand right here. Yep.
And who's surrounding him in the parking lot? Pedophiles, people who are into fucking animal bestiality, people who have promoted incest. Like, that's who he has around him cheering him. Mm-hmm. So I don't, it's like I see what you cheer, so I don't care if you boo me.
Yeah,
right. I don't give a shit.
I remember a couple of years ago, I was sitting in this chair, and it was the New Year's Eve, and you were dancing and having a good old time, and Mint Salad was there.
Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you were dancing with Miss Salad."
No, Matt, I'm not slamming you. I'm just trying to create a picture, and my spidey sense went off, and I said, "This, like Obi-Wan Kenobi." I felt a disturbance in the Force. And I don't blame you, Matt. I mean, you're just having a good old time. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. I saw that screen
like that, Matt. You're a good guy, But I'm just saying that to me, that was the day that it was like, if I had magic glasses, I would have sensed like the evil spirits. I
said, "Who is this girl, man? She seems retarded." That's what I was thinking when I saw that. I didn't know who she was when she was doing. I'm like, this girl.
New. I had no idea that.
I know, yeah, dude. I was on a stream with Shane and Mint and Patrick T. I don't. And like Shane was wrapping it up, and he's like, "Anybody got anything they want to promote?" And then Mint's like, she started talking about her piss porn or something, and I'm like, "Wait, what? Like, where am I? What the fuck?" That's when I was like, "Who is this girl, man? Like, what am I doing here? Get me the fuck out of here!"
He super chatted me $40, and I don't get like if anybody super chats me, it's $5. You know what I mean? I actively tell people not to super chat me. It's gay. Give a man money. I it's one of the things Richard C. Myers said that I agree with. It's like, you just giving me $5. That's weird. Men don't just give other men $5. I like your.
Don't listen to him, Garfield. Keep those super chats coming.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? So I got a 40. So I was like, oh wow. So
not all of us can just go to the dentist for fucking free. So
well, I got like my wife's right over here. We look her up and we both went like, ooh. I was like, how can I give back $40? Like, oh, thank you. Oh, this is this person. I want to say thank you for.
Yeah, man. Fucking bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Did I freeze up? They're after me.
A little bit.
And so now I'm like, how do I give that $40 back? It felt like I was going to get electronic herpes or something. Oh, somebody gave you super chat. So there you go.
I just pointed you, John. Sniper. Gotcha. I just give us $5 super chat to support you, John, because you said
give Matt all the money. Yeah, give Matt all the money.
all the monies.
Yay!
But we got to fund Matt's lifestyle.
Yeah. Get some. Go buy. Well, that's almost a pizza. Well, yeah. You probably need another couple $5 super chats for pizza.
Yeah.
Remember when pizza was
Pizza
like
downstairs. It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Remember when pizza used to be the cheap option? You know, like I remember my father used to get paid on Thursdays as a kid. So we didn't have money on Thursdays, you know. So Thursdays was just pizza day. And then, you know, and then Friday my mom would get my father's money and go food shopping and, you know, start the week over again. It was like, hey, we loved Thursday. It was cheap pizza day. And now it's like me and my wife, we go to get one pizza. It's like $35.
Oh, it's especially where you live, man.
Yeah, it's New York, you know. Yeah, granted, pizza's great and everything, but it's a pizza for $35.
Now you're making me
dude.
hungry.
I started learning how to make my own pizza. I have a pizza oven and everything. I just got it for Christmas.
Yeah, I was part owner of a pizzeria, man. I love every time I go to a pizzeria. I feel like, oh, excuse me, can I make the pizza? I could. When I moved to Albuquerque, I got a job at a pizzeria. I was like, yeah, I was a part owner of a pizzeria in New York. They're like, oh, they had me washing dishes. So one day the owner had to go do something. And he's like, you said you could make pizza, right? I'm spinning it in the air. They were like, oh my God. They actually had the newspapers in taking pictures of me because they don't do that out west, you know? It was funny. New York, I'm from New York, spinning pizza in the air. I'm a stereotype. I'm a pizza in the air.
Yeah, this is all going right into the StreamYards.
Yep.
Till I learn OBS.
That's my point.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not saying don't super chat or anything like that. That's not my point. And if you do super chat me during my streams, thank you very much. It goes right to paying for StreamYard, or if I cover StreamYard, it goes into a comic book or anything like that. But yeah,
I am trained to get my dopamine hits off of finishing pages.
Right.
I'm gonna get a big fat shot to the arm when I finish Rock and Roll Ninja 2, and then that's my dopamine.
Yeah.
I mean, as somebody who's not a creator, who's mostly in the chat, when I tip somebody, it's a tip. I'm like, dude, I know you guys, like, you don't have to put these streams on. Like, you're putting work in. There's effort involved. So when I do, there's certain people though who like they put out like $50, $100 just because they want to be like, oh, look at me, you know, plop their dick out on the table. Like that's a little different.
Easy there, Frog Tony. No dick pics here.
Yeah.
But that's what they do. Well, a lot of them do it for, I hate to say, clout. I mean, it's like, oh, look at me. Like, oh, here's $50. I love you so much.
There's a lot of like clout combat going on right now. Like everybody's like fighting for clout, but they don't have any books or anything. You know what I mean? So they're just all like trying to one up each other in streams. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want clout? Earn it. Do something clout worthy. A man.
No, it's absolute. Yeah.
Right now, it's just like a bunch of, it's like talentless clumping together is what I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing a bunch of people who like have been pretty talentless and unproductive are like clumping together, like coagulating. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Just like, ugh.
I honestly, I find this whole trend of people who run Indiegogo, and because they changed the terms of service, they're now fleeing. And that's one thing. Look, if you want to take your business off of Indiegogo, that's fine. You want to do your own website, like I have no problem with that. But the problem is they have campaigns that are open, and they're basically ghosting all of that. You know, so it's like Mandy, like she was supposed to be shipping that book in August of last year.
Dude.
I mean, how many months? And no one's got it. And it's like, okay, you did fulfillment starting in August of last, supposedly, quote unquote, in August.
Dude, she would rather talk about some guy blocking her and refunding her.
Yeah. Or all the hate she's getting. Yeah.
Right. It'd be like,
hey man,
that sucks the way this guy treated you is your opinion. You're Karen. You're being a Karen by telling everybody about how this guy refunded your money, but like because he worked at DC, she has to bring up DC Comics. Like it's a DC Comics employee. He's trying to cancel me. Like, is he though? I mean,
He just
where the
doesn't want
fuck
to
is your
deal with
book?
you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
where is
doesn't
your
want to
book?
deal with you. He doesn't want to deal with you or your bullshit baggage. That's what happened with Mandy. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
heard
God.
about that.
Nice.
Right?
It's the
She got
StreamYards, man. The StreamYards is killing me.
I got your $15 tonight. Not bad.
Thank you so much. Yo, one time I was streaming and John was in the chat and he fucking PayPal me like $300. Just like I was like, what the fuck? I was like, all right, fuck. I guess this will be towards something he wants me to do. And then with suddenly and then as like before even the chat ended, I was getting like refund hits and shit, dude. It was
Yeah, I
was
didn't know.
like, what the fuck?
Ron Mosicki's doing a story for me, and I PayPal'd him his and so I sent him $300, and you're Robo 6, and he's Ron Romo.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit the wrong button, and I'm like, I just lost $300. Like, and then Matt was like, yo, dude, you just sent me. I was like, thank God it's you, Matt. You're a reasonable person. You can understand what happened. I thought maybe it was somebody I dealt with, or maybe I bought something off of eBay. I was like, oh man, so Matt sent
all good. But if you do it again, I'm keeping it.
Yeah. Well, now, but man, I was so happy when it was you. I was like, oh great, it's Matt. I was like, thank God it's you, Matt. You're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I thought it was the guy who bought something off of eBay. He was gonna be like, screw you.
It's my money now, buddy.
And I'm working with the new guy who takes Zelle, and I just Zelled him money.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm like, please be the right number, because Zelle there's no refund or anything.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, that's the worst. Look, I think that's the big problem a lot of crowdfunding has. It's like these campaigns they fund and then years go by and it's like people are like, by the time people get fed up and they're like, dude, like I've given you a lot of time, like I just want my money back.
Yeah, I sent Matt $300 just because I want him to be my friend.
Glotality.
Flawless victory. But I mean, people get fed up, man. After a while, it's like, dude, I have so many books I backed, man, on Indiegogo. I have, like, if I go into my history, I have like 32 tabs worth of pages that I have to sift through. And some pages, like when they actually deliver, they'll give you the tracking number, like you've gotten them, other than physically, like knowing that you got them. But like, yeah, if you back like 2 or 3 books, yeah, you can keep track of that. 5 books, maybe up to 10 books, yeah, you can keep track of that. But if you're somebody like me, who's probably back, like I said, how many books on a page times 32 pages? I can't keep up with all that. I can't. You just can't keep up with that. And after a while, you just get jaded. My biggest problem with a lot of it is it's just like we're the bad guys because we had the balls to go in your comments because you don't respond to us or you don't post updates. Like, I understand people have issues, life happens. I get all that. It's not like I'm this unreasonable prick. Like, I get it. But it gets to a point where it's like, now I just feel like you guys are fleecing us and you're just dodging us and you're avoiding it. And as somebody who, I'm not a creator or artist, like music, like I do music. So it's a little different. But like, I couldn't look at people and be like, okay, you paid for this CD or like this, or us to show up and play, and then we don't do it, and then we just ghost you. Like, the whole concept to me is so foreign.
Like, the lying is just out of hand. Like,
right. It's just, it's bad taste in your mouth. I mean, there's no other way to put it.
They played themselves. If we didn't exist, if I didn't exist, you didn't exist, they would have played themselves out and on their own. Right. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's why they went to the blood sports, because like at a certain point they had to pivot, right? And that's when this whole, because like I said, it was never like that in the early days of CG. Everybody was like one big community. We're all in it together, guys. 3 Musketeers, one for all and all that bullshit. But that went out the fucking window.
They used to call out how much CG had made that year.
Right?
Now, dude, you don't like even Bancroft isn't CG anymore. So it's like Bancroft's is not CG. Is he a detractor now? A distractor?
Oh no, well he got blacklisted because he didn't go on Ethan's stream. Like so,
Right,
like
which seemed to be
Bancroft didn't
very
even
much
do
between
anything.
him and Ethan. It's like that seems to be a personal issue between Bancroft and Ethan, but Ethan decided to like, oh, it's a Bancroft thing. It's Bancroft against everybody. Like it's a subtle like, oh, Bancroft didn't come in. Oh, Bancroft left. Oh yeah, Bancroft. Well, yeah, now Bancroft is he's anti CG.
Right.
It's like
right. Yeah, they have to create
constant talking,
enemies.
this constant escalation.
Well, like
Level
Jeffrey said,
just out of hand.
was created by victims, so they got the victim mentality going. You know what I mean? It's not like, look at us, we're excited to make comics. We're
Yeah.
I love drawing. I want to draw all day, man. I can't stop drawing. Oh, try to get me to stop drawing. DC. I just want to make comics. I just want to. No, I'm a victim. I was kicked out. I was a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. He betrayed me. He's a victim. It need at some point, like even a girl that was like assaulted stops talking about it. You know what I mean? People move on, but they need to keep the victim mentality going.
Look at Irene. She just walked away. There was no big blow up. There was no like cataclysmic. You could say the Dungeoneer shit, but like she just like faded out.
They acted like
and they still
serious ex-boyfriends,
and they still bring her up.
Right.
Oh, dude, John Malin was pulling her pigtail. Like, dude, yeah, there was Shane too. Shane and John
was hard going up against her, and just the constant fucking around with like Malin was constantly fucking with her. She just got over
pulling her
it. She's like,
pigtails.
yeah, I'm done.
But this is because there's a whole bunch of reasons. First off, comic books is a solo hobby. You know what I mean? Like if you play board games or if you're into football or pickleball, you got to be around people all day long. But comic books is you sit and you read. So it's kind of an introvert's hobby. And then to do it professionally, this isn't the 50s where everybody went to Manhattan, everybody's smoking in this bullpen. Hey, how you doing, Jack? Jack's bringing over and Phil's over here. And everybody's doing shots, and then they go to the bar at lunchtime. Those days are over. Everybody's sitting at home. Then they digitally transmit their files. If they have a wife, that's the only interaction. 40 hours a week if they're professionals, and it just makes you weird. That's just the way it is. I'm not even trying to be mean. So now we got all of these people. Like Shane Davis is the poster child of that. That guy plays video games, makes comic books, and then makes comic books based on video game plots. Like every one of his comic books. Glorious Rex is Pokemon. Starlight Cats is Capture the Gems. Move to the next level. It's because he has no freaking life. And the girl that he married was a cosplay girl. It's all. So he can't. So now he has to go on TV and pretend to be somebody else because he has no personality.
Yeah, he is a sad little fella when the stream's over.
And John Malin, I drink wolf milk. And like acting all tough. John Malin acts like a nerd in the 80s thinks a cool guy should act like. You know what I mean? Like it's embarrassing. Like he was the one that got on my nerves first, more than anybody else.
John has proven to be the most sensitive.
Right.
Oh my God. Men straight and female, dude.
Yeah.
He's
hey, I'm gonna cut this short, guys.
Okay.
I gotta get up early.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't realize it was this late. Yeah, man.
Good shit. Well, thanks for the. We hit 40 people at one point, so up your butt, Ethan.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Fatty.
That just shows you where he's coming from.
Well, he's still watching Matt. You know what I mean? Like he can make jokes all he wants, but it's like, dude, you're here, so
right. But the thing is that none of us need to do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This
isn't a business for you or Matt. Like you know what I mean? Like Ethan makes this Ethan.
This is Ethan's streams recently. His recent streams are reading piss porn pornographer tweets while he hangs out with LGBTQ and a dude who's into fucking the cuties. That's
the riffraff that really motherfucker. You trade in people like Irene and Bancroft and Camel Moon for like Riley and like Katie. It's like, all right, dude. I know. Yeah.
Indie comics is still out there. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. The only person who's like telling you not to go out there is like a some kind of weird abusive ex-boyfriend who just like wants you around to fuck with you.
I don't know. I look at the backer numbers. You know, that was a big reveal when Indiegogo put out the unique backer numbers. Oh my God, that was.
Everybody.
You know that I'm in competition with a lot of these people, and I'm nobody. You know,
you're not really though. You know, it's like you only need like 5,000 people. Like if you get 5,000 people to regularly buy your stuff, like that's not bad.
I had 5,000 people, man, I'd be jumping to the roof. But like
that's what I'm saying. Like you could build that. Like you just started. So keep your shit on backlog and keep building and making.
Yeah. But my point is, I'm looking at these campaigns. These CG Kings are doing 500, 600, 400 unique backers. I have that number. The thing is, my comic book's $10, not $45.
Yeah, that's fine. Keep going.
You know,
then.
Can you imagine
because then you know what your next campaign like still offer that first book for 10, and then they'll like getting the additional buy-ons. You know.
Well, keep in mind. They really haven't launched anything new on Indiegogo since they changed the terms of service. So it's going to be interesting to see going forward. I know Shane has his own website. I know Mandy has her own website. But it's going to be interesting because Mandy hides her totals and hides her backer counts, and she never responds.
She doesn't hide her vagina or her butthole.
Dude, Dean has scarred me permanently on many things. I won't get into that, but
yes.
But it's gonna be interesting going forward, especially Ethan with his campaigns, because he's already maxed out on Fund My Comic. He can't do any new shit on Indiegogo, I'm willing to bet, and he won't get on Kickstarter. So what's he gonna do? Like, what's he gonna do? Why do you think he's doing those Rainbow the Brute draw streams? Because he's like, fuck, I gotta start to fulfill if I want to put out new campaigns, because he can't, you know. So we'll see.
Well, he already admitted.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta go.
All right.
I gotta get up in early.
I just wanted to throw that in there. But thanks, Matt. John, nice talking to you.
Good seeing you, everybody. Bye.
All right. Say goodbye to everybody. All right. So that was another late night Doodles. Kind of bullshit in the beginning, some shit talk in the beginning. Maybe next time we'll have some less shit talking, more serious drawing. Spider-Man, did some Spider-Man. That's a piece of blank paper. And then fucked around with some. His chin's kind of fucked up. Fucked around with some Deathlock. All right. Long day drawing, dude. I was drawing my ass off all day. But all right. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks for the super chats, guys. Appreciate it. And yeah. Keep it real. Good night.